Damn Yeah. Yeah, that was good. What's up, everybody? I am starting early, by the way. I don't normally start till 8. I am starting at 7 because because I just wanted to jabber and chat while I'm setting up for this debate stream that we're going to have going on here. It's going to be super rad tonight. We've got all kinds of things to get into. There's going to be lots and lots of
emotional damage.
That a lot of emotional damage. Why the cardigan? Well, because I actually didn't turn the heat up in my shed. That's where I'm in my studio, and it's cold outside. As a matter of fact, I don't know why my. Here we go. So, Mr. Rogers' neighbor, that's right. That man was a killer, by the way. Yeah, it's a sweet old man sweater. Right, that's it. That's right. That's right. I got my old man ass whooping sweater. That's right. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an Irish sweater, actually. So it's an Irish ass whooping sweater. So there you go. What's up, Jess? How are you? That's the good Jess, by the way. That's not the bad Jess, who apparently has run away from the internet, as I said she would, because she's a complete fucking psychopath. But I digress. How the hell is everyone out there tonight? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be super rad. And we're going to have a good time doing it. It's going to be wonderful. Just wonderful. We got lots of debaters coming over. No slippers. I should, though. I should. So what's up, Mr. Boulay in the Department of Numismatics? My top mod is up in the house. He is our managing mod, one of them. I think we have 2, maybe 3. I have to go look, but he's the only one that was the first one. Welcome in, Mr. Boulay. Glad to see you out there. Now, the way this is going to work tonight, guys, just so you know, the way this is going to work is we are going to have the same type of debates, the same everything. Everything's going to run just as normal. However, I'm only going to allow 10 contestants. I am early. I just covered that. I'm early because I'm going to cover a few things. I'm goofing off a little bit. I'm getting ready for my show, and maybe by the time the show's ready to start, it'll be warm in here. Right now, it's not super cold, but it's not warm. So that's okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. 10 contestants maximum. No more. No, we're not going too far. We got 10 people maximum. Now, at some point, I'm going to set a super chat goal, and we're going to get to that because I never do that. We're going to do that tonight. It's going to be there's special meanings behind this. So 10 people get to debate. We will, if for some stupid ass reason we can't get to a debate topic, I have figured out the answer. And here we go. What we're going to do is once people have been selected to debate, either the chat pays for them or I just choose. Whichever. Once we have the 1v1s set, and we've got everybody backstage, I'm going to start a 2-minute clock. And they need to come up with the debate topic that they both agree to and the positions they'll take within those 2 minutes. If there's if they can't come to a topic, if they can't agree, they just keep going back and forth or whatever, then I will assign them a topic and I will give them their positions. I will have the choice to give them their positions. That way, we don't lose 10, 20 minutes between rounds trying to figure out who's debating what. Tonight, and for the next for the next 2, maybe 3 weeks, tonight and for the next 2 to 3 weeks before DebateCon, leading up to DebateCon, on the Friday night show, the winner gets $100. If I'm going to set a chat goal as well. If we achieve the chat goal, I will bump it by $100. If we get the super chats in and we get some money in, then I will bump the payout. I'm thinking by 100. It may be 50, but we'll figure it out. So that's what we got going on. I told you changes were in the works. I took a week off. I was out there at DebateCon. I mean, not DebateCon, TwitchCon. It was an awesome event. It was it was a really good time. However, I honestly just, I came back. I want to make some money. And it's going to be a good time. So that's 140 Canadian dollars. That sounds legit. So as a matter of fact, I want a little bit of the chat input. What should be the goal for us to achieve for the winner to get a bump in prize money? What should the chat goal be? What should the super chat goal be? Help me out here. That's okay. Go eat. I'm just chilling, man. We're chilling. We're not going to actually fire anything up till 8. $100 between now and go time. That's a good. That's good. That's good. $50. $50. I should raise in $50, or right? We should have a goal of raising $50 to bump the payout. Between 300 and 500, depending on whether you're going to bump the payout. Yeah, I'm going to bump the payout for sure if we hit a chat goal. I'm not used to setting goals. I'm trying this out. I'm not really sure how that works out, but we'll see how it works. And as I said, I am just sort of getting set up here. Don't mind me talk amongst yourselves. Totally cool. Good evening, Red Door Woman. How are you? Good to see you. My man, Buddha comes in. $4.99 says, take my money, not you non-grifting grifter. And we have somebody, wait. Tootie Bug has become a member, and she has sent a membership. Mikey Ball has sent in a dono. One more penny, and it would have triggered the TTS. $9.99 from Mikey Balls. Support. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mikey Balls. Good. Thank you very much. You clicked the wrong button. Whoops. That's all right. Tootie Bug is gifted a membership, and Wi-Fi received the membership. How awesome is that? What's up, Kel? How are you? Good to see you out there. Good to see you. Tootie Bug celebrates that 2 months of membership. What's up, Tyler? How the hell are you, buddy?
Oh, what's going on? I'm an average Kel enjoyer tonight. Hopefully she comes up.
Kel is here. Kel is in the chat. I'm not bringing people up yet. I will post a link later. I sent it to a few people.
I like the cardigan.
Let me give I gotta get let me give you
the cardigan seems very
You can chat. I'm just I'm still setting up, so.
Oh, you're good. I'm playing Tarkov right now. I was just kind of bullshitting, but yeah, your cardigan looks very nice. I like it.
Thank you. It's an Irish.
Michael put on my sweater, so I look professional.
You want to look pro?
Yeah, right. But man, fucking lots of anger going on over at the Crucible this week. I noticed
a lot of anger.
Yeah, Sarah.
So I haven't actually been hanging out over there. I'm very like I've been busy, so I haven't been over there. Now I pop in occasionally, but I haven't actually been on Discord very much. So that's cool. Yeah.
I mean, Sarah is really chill. I've never had a bad interaction with her, and like, no hate to Rob, but like sometimes he's a little bit of a baby sometimes when things don't go his way, and like just voicing that was enough to get her the boot, I guess. But I don't know.
Hey, my friend Zambella has joined the chat. How are you? Can you hear us? She may not realize that she clicked the link to come backstage. Anyway, or she's live right now.
Let me say, I ain't got nothing like against Rob or anything like that, but like everybody has something they don't like about another person, and like I don't know, I just feel like her voicing that wasn't as big of a deal as it ended up being made out to be.
Old Joe, I was talking. I'm sorry, Tyler. Old Joe, I was talking about Zambella. Let me send her the actual YouTube link instead. I sent her the backstage link, assuming that she was on her phone and was doing could do microphone. Oh, well, maybe she did. There we go. Can you hear us now? Zombella. I'm going to send you the YouTube link. Just give me 1 sec. Probably on an iPhone or something, and doesn't always like iPhones. There you go. So anyway, hey, old Joe, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you out there, buddy. So as I was saying to the to my incredibly awesome chat, we have a bunch of cool people here. The debate show tonight, I'm allowing 10 people up. If there are more than 10, I'm sorry. I'm going to pick the coolest people, and so don't get offended. The other thing is that tonight the payout to win will be a crisp hundo in electronic currency, meaning that I will Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle you at your leisure. Yeah, so I'm on the other side of that. I actually think that Sarah fucked up. Sarah knows she fucked up. She did a 9-hour Coke stream explaining why she fucked up, but it wasn't really a fuck up because all she really did was just laugh. But that the laughing was wrong and that they could have come to her privately. And that's totally cool. Coping is a mechanism, but I honestly just I think Andrew's moved past it. However, Andrew's moved past it. Sarah apparently has not, and that is that's unfortunate. But again, although, I mean, let's be real, Sarah milks content. She doesn't create content. She benefits from other people creating the content for her. And so, it is what it is. I'm not going to have any debate topics or really discussion on the panel up here. You're free to talk about whatever you want in the chat. However, if for some stupid ass reason you feel the need to start a Crucible versus Sarah argument in my chat, the mods are weapons free and can time you out for 24 hours. Marte is coming up tonight. He's not here yet. So, but yeah, so that's that. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. And she also holds chat prisoner. I do not hold the chat prisoner. If you wish to donate, that is perfectly fine. I do, please donate and donate often. We were just discussing, Tyler, that if I because I don't normally set dono goals. If someone were to if I were to set a dono goal of, I don't know how much, and the chat meets it, I will bump the payout to the winner. We're trying to figure that out. What do you think? Where are you at on that?
Oh man, I don't even know how much you make in dono. I'm more literally just here for the love of the debate.
I know you're here for the love of the game, chat. This is a man right here. A freshly married man, ladies. Keep your hands to yourself.
Mm-hmm. But no, I mean, that seems like a good idea. Like, I could see that definitely working out, and it's incentive to donate more, especially if your person's up there. But
yeah. So and Zambella, good to see you. I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make the Streamlabs software work on an iPhone, because it really likes Chrome. Like, it'll work on Android no problem, but I'm not sure how it will work on an iPhone. So the link was to join us here. I thought you'd come up and just chat with us while you were making your dinner or whatever. And that would be really cool. And our Avoided Hornet says my hands are up and visible. Fuck yeah, they are. And so that's where we're at. Zombella, if you would like to try again, or if you get your dinner made and you just want to come up and chat for a little while and get to a computer, I'll send the link will still work the entire rest of the night. I'm not changing it, so you're welcome to come up anytime. Zombella was at TwitchCon with us, although I didn't get to spend very much time with her because she was always standing in a line for.
Will you lag out for anyone else? Zambella was always standing in line for what? For dicks. For floppy dicks. Big ones, small ones, black ones, white ones. Floppy is the only criteria. Oh, hello. Look at that handsome gentleman. Hello. Hey there. You come here often? Grid lagged out. It's just me on the screen right now. So.
Yep, there you go.
There he is.
That was weird. That was quite strange. That's all right.
I kept him entertained.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Zambella says that she is a lesbian, so definitely not interested in men on Harleys. I think that's cap, though. I think that's cap.
I could get her batting for the right team. Give me 10 minutes.
You're married. Your wife is probably on the other side of the room right now looking at you like, what the hell?
Shook her head. She shook her head.
Shook her head. That
yeah,
damn
she's
idiot.
getting used to the jokes.
Captain Planet out there. Every 100, 25 goes to the pool, maxing out at 100. I'm already putting in 100. All right, you know what? I can do that. Let's do that. I'm going to do that right now. Let us set a goal. Super chat goal. We're going to do 10 super chats. If those super chats equal for every $100 we get in, what did he say? 25? Where was that? 25 goes into the pot for the winner tonight. I'm going to set this for a 45-minute goal. Hopefully we can get it there in that time. So we'll just say we're going to call that the bonus. But no matter what, whoever wins tonight's getting a hundo of my hard-earned money. Right. So the goal has been set. It is live. Let's make it happen, Captain. Zambella says that she's too cute for men. I disagree. I think that men would absolutely appreciate you, Zambella. Yeah. But Zambella is going to be on tomorrow night, guys. She is going to be on tomorrow night. We're going to do an interview. It's not going to be a debate or any kind of, anything like that. We're just going to chat, talk to her. I'm not going to try and, de-lesbian her. I'm not running an intervention. Captain Planet throws in $10 American. That's
Captain Planet donated $10 super chat. Good luck.
That TTS in that very pleasant and adorable sounding English accent. Just adorable. Nice scope on the AR-10 back there. Yeah, that's actually a Bushnell Nitro. It's very cool. So Zambella says she is excited to pop in tomorrow. Absolutely. It's going to be a great show tomorrow night. Tonight's going to be Legend. Tomorrow night will continue the Legend. It will be Legend version 2. Mike Ball says, win sexy women. That's rad. That's absolutely cool. I've had a lot of people reach out to me about I know for Marte wants to set up a call so we can chat. There's an issue with, and I'm just saying this in general, just because, we're early and I just have time to kill. It's actually really hard to get a call with me because I'm always busy. I'm always going somewhere. I've spent all day on the golf course today. And so if you reach out to me and say, hey, I want to set up a call, and I don't immediately schedule it with you, don't take offense. It literally happens to everyone. Okay. Like it's just the way it is. And so don't, and please don't take offense. And it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's not that I'm flighty or anything like that. I'm just really busy and I have a lot of shit going on. So Ashton Alwine, good to see you out there tonight. What time are we running on now? All right. Well, 7:35. We are really, really still early. So it's going to be a good time. Let's see what else is going. Tyler, I haven't really talked to you much. How have you been? What have you been doing?
Oh, after a couple of really big debates a couple of weeks ago, actually the big one was on Sarah's channel, where we crushed Prime and broke his brain. I took a week or so off. Just been chilling with the wife. We've been doing shit, getting ready for. We're gonna take the week, a couple days extra on top of DebateCon as like a little mini vacation in the area. So we're planning on going sightseeing, figure some of that shit out.
Yeah, you and I actually need to have a call about. I guess we've got a call lined up. We're supposed to have a call lined up with Beth about the venue. I mean, your arrangements for that. We'll get that.
Yeah.
And $8 Australian comes in from Kokomo, $5 USD in the pot. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We'll get these guys an extra $50 for playing. That's going to be legit. Zambella said that she would love to play golf and not work on a Friday. All you got to do is be old and retired. That's all. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, Prime. I actually sent Prime over the edge the other night. He was talking about financial stuff, and he doesn't know anything, and he about drove me insane. So he was using wrong terms, and I don't know. It was very bad. No dono bar. I don't have a dono bar for my. I need to get that for my Streamlabs. That would be a cool thing. It just does it up there at the top in the YouTube chat. So Wi-Fi, no. Here's the thing, man. I'm just not that good at OBS, and so a lot of the little things that people have that spend all their time on the internet, I don't have. So I'm sorry. You don't use a dono bar? You definitely should be. Yeah. I'll look into that this week. That's a great, Wi-Fi. You point out a hole in my game, bro. You point out a hole in my game. We'll get that squared away. So anyway, yeah. So Tyler, what are you looking forward to most about the event at DebateCon? Who would you be willing to debate? Who would you like to debate?
I was trying to float some ideas with Rob, but everything in political news right now, I kind of more side with the right wing on. Now that Trump's president, the left wing's acting so fucking retarded that there's only a small handful of things that any normal human being would agree with them on. So,
right.
I don't have much to disagree with Rob right now. When Biden was in office, we disagreed on a lot more.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm trying to get Enemy Charlie to come out and debate. I think that would be a good one.
She, as much as I like her, the two panels that I've been on with her debating, she hasn't ever said a single thing that was like, "Oh, good point, Charlie." So
it's
I don't
true.
know. She just kind of repeats the headlines. You're not getting anything groundbreaking out of her.
Hey, what's up, So Loud? Grid and Tyler, much respect from the boondocks of North Carolina. I used to live in in basically Charlotte. They called it University City or Park or something like that. So, and over by the Lowe's Motor Speedway, and then I worked in Mooresville. So, worked in Mooresville long time ago, like a long time ago.
I'm sending out the invites to everybody right now to see who's interested. So I talked to a couple people over the week.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got a good cast of normals. I'm just trying to expand it onto other people. Let's see who shows up.
Yeah, we'll see who shows up. I'm hoping Confluence makes it. I may need a judge, and he might do better as a judge than a debater. So I hadn't seen Anson today, which doesn't mean anything because you never know because he's always in a different screen name. So.
But yeah, I just switched back to my old PC because my new one, something's fucking up, but I'm not sure. So let me set up.
Was it your camera or was it the PC?
It was the PC. I think that the motherboard's starting to go. When it overheats, the motherboard has some issues. I got a really nice processor in that bitch, 149K.
Yeah.
And so I think my coolant is struggling to keep up, and that's the problem. It overheats my motherboard, and then all my fucking USB ports fry and stop working properly, and my keyboard shuts down. That sucks. Yeah, so I think that's it. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm running I actually don't have a liquid cooled setup. Maybe I should. So I don't know.
Oh, I'm starting to fucking scratch with OBS right now. Holy shit.
Now you know my pain, bro. Now you know. So I know Abe's going to be here. I'm like 90% sure Abe's going to be here. Zombella says she loves her liquid cooler. Okay. Zombella, when you fire up your machine, come on up. We'll chat. What are you making for dinner, Zombella? I'm just going to call her Bella. Her name's Bella. She plays all of the gore games, all of the like zombie games, and all that.
I played some. I still play DayZ and Tarkov every now and then, a little Dota here and there, but otherwise, I'm past that phase in life.
Should we do a nerd wars next week?
Whenever you want, just let me know. I can get people.
Okay. It's weird. My buddy Gibbs did not respond. I assume that he would want to come over and do it. But he was hurting big time after TwitchCon. Like, he was really hurting. Like, he was like, I haven't left Ben. Zombella, Nerd Wars is where we use sci-fi or fiction or whatever for debate topics. Like, was the Empire the good guys? Right? Yeah, think about that. I don't know. I have a whole list of topics on the for nerd topics, but they're usually like current, like they're relatable topics. They're usually pretty good. And most of the time, it seems like people really like the Nerd Wars. Wouldn't you say, Tyler?
Yeah, the only downside for that is Nerd Wars is like a whole different group of people. Most people here, like, remember when I brought Shenandoah and didn't know it was Nerd Wars? And he's like, I have no interest in this at all.
Right, yeah.
So he's like, I don't know any of this shit you guys are talking about. I have no interest in this, and just left.
Yeah.
That's the only downside.
I haven't seen him in a while. I thought that he would be back, but he has not been.
I think he travels or something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
Very well could be. So that's a Nerds Wars. Yeah, the Geek Awards is way out of Mikey Ball's league. That's true. Palpatine was based. I can't make that argument, bro. I think Palpatine was a degenerate. He was a degenerate, man. I can't make that argument. You know, this is what happens when I start early. You know, like I get to talking really good, and then I'm just chill, like super chill, ready for the stream, ready for people to come in.
Yeah, and I'm not contributing at all. I'm typing. I'm trying to find.
I know you're trying to set up your OBS, man.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not contributing at
The
all.
Jedi were degens. They actually had a religion, like a real one. See, that's where the arguments go, right? Like, but they did use mind control. I mean, that's pretty. That's an argument can be made. That's pretty degenerate, right? Just give me. I don't think they kidnapped them, Buddha. So I'm trying to get Gibbs on the phone. All right. See you. What's my guess of how long the government shutdown is going to be? Well, to be honest with you, if you'd asked me last week, I would have said it'd have already been done. But fuck, I don't know, man. They're not letting go. If you'd asked me, like I don't know, man. I don't know. We're in a state where we're at the point now where they've kind of done enough. They've done enough damage to the point where it's where a little bit more damage doesn't really hurt their reputation, so they can hang. They feel like they can hang out more after Thanksgiving. Might be a good guess. The Dems want chaos, probably good. That's a good thing. After Christmas, Red Door Woman says after Christmas. Wow, that's crazy. That would be nuts. So Tyler, is all your I mean, I was about to say your camera actually looks pretty good. It's a little washed out, but I think that's mostly your color, your light color, your color temperature.
Yeah, I might have to fuck with it a little bit. I also just
what do you do with your mic, man?
Might have fucked it up. I'm still working on. Oh, that's it. That's better.
Yeah, it's way better.
It switched to my fucking camera mic.
Right? Yeah. I know. You know how to make Star Wars fans mad? No, I don't. I don't know how. The left is doing a crazy demand of 1.5 trillion because the right got 1.5 trillion on party lines with the BBB. Big beautiful bill. This is their way of trying to get their way. If it works, it works. I think we might be shut down till after Christmas then. Have I lost some weight? JK Forte. Yes, I've lost 30 pounds since June, July, somewhere along in there. Yeah, I lost about 30 pounds. When I came back from my vacation, I went to Alaska, and it's not fair. It's not a fair thing because went to Alaska, went on vacation, and I gained probably like 5 pounds from the really good food and stuff. But I was 243 is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And today I'm at 212. So that's right. Yeah, that's right. You're right. Absolutely. That's all right. Yeah, Marte, I'll start bringing everybody up. You know what? I'll just go ahead and bring you up, Marte. Let me see if I've got you on. Yeah, there we are. I'm going to go ahead and throw you the link, Marte, so you can pop up and we can just chat while we're waiting to start. I don't start till 8 o'clock, but I'll just go ahead and send you the link. And We'll do that. All right, Marte, you've got the link, so you're all set. All right. Give me a sec. Can you entertain people for a second, Tyler? All right, so Admiral Gibbs is still sick, but I'm going to go over and drop the link to the show in his chat. How are you, Marte? How's everything working for you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Good stuff. I noticed that there wasn't a dual streaming link. I don't know.
No, you have to kind of stream on your own. Give me a second. So I normally you just you have your YouTube or whatever set up, or go through Streamlabs, whatever, and then you click the link and it just brings you in, and then you can interface it that way. I don't know, because I don't use StreamYards very much anymore. Yeah.
I can just copy the stream and then I'll just do that bootleg style. So
yeah. Just open it up, but share the screen. Yeah. So Marte, they're saying you're on the wrong mic.
Yeah, that could be it too, because hold on one second. Let me see if I can adjust this real quick.
Yeah, go down in the bottom corner there, where it says mute, to the right of that little circle. There's like a triangle. Click that and make sure your right mic is selected.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
It's your mods. Can you guys hear me good now? Mods in the chat. Buddha, Mike Bell.
Zombella is in the house. What is up, Bella? I'm just going to call you Bella.
Yeah, I think you guys needed some estrogen in here. There's too much testosterone.
Too much testosterone. All right. Good. Okay.
She just called your panel a prison, but anyways.
Yeah, right?
All right.
How are you?
Yeah.
Good. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. We're just having fun before the actual debate starts. So.
No, I love it. Love it.
Yeah. How have you been since TwitchCon? I never got to see you at TwitchCon once after the first day, because you were always standing in some line to meet somebody.
I did. Yeah. I was waiting like 2 hours for the Resident Evil experience. Like, I was everywhere. But I did get to see you a few times, but I wish that we did get to like sit down and talk more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll deal with that tomorrow night. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Nice. So you're CST, right? So you're an hour behind?
Yeah.
From EST? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys? Marte and Tyler?
Phoenix, Arizona. Lovely, sunny. Not feeling the hit from the government shutdown yet or anything. But, Black community will definitely feel the hit. I've been hearing scream on TikTok and everywhere else about how they're going to start robbing and pillaging stores. But anyways, yeah, that's how we're doing. We're doing fine over here.
Nice. I'm over in Tampa, Florida.
I keep forgetting that you're in Florida. I, for some reason, always think that you're like in the Northeast. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And you've literally corrected me on that like 3 times.
It's all good. Yeah.
Tyler's ignoring you because he's
fighting with
getting
OBS.
he's fighting with. Well, he had tech issues, and now
I'm in Georgia, by the way. But no, yeah,
you're in Georgia. You're close.
Yeah, I'm trying to set up OBS real quick. I'm trying to just find my fucking stream shit. I'll be done in like 2.
All right. So we've got a Australian $7 coming in from Nuxus.
So that means that because Australia doesn't exist, you have an imaginary $7 that came through.
I'm sorry, what?
Because Australia doesn't exist, you have an imaginary $7 that came through.
Yeah, Australia doesn't exist. That's funny. It is true, though. He knows. He knows. So, thank you very much for the donation, Nuxus. As we said earlier, guys, for every 100 in donos, I'm going to increase the payout to the winner tonight by $25. They're going to get 100 no matter what. But if you guys are generous tonight, they'll make $25 for every 100 that you donate to me. So, donate hard and donate often, which is what we need around here. So, Bella, where were you when Imaru was accosted?
I believe that was the first day, correct? Or was that second?
I thought it was the second day, but let's go with first because your memory is probably better than mine.
So I think I was at the drag show that ran 2.5 hours.
Oh wow! I didn't know there was a drag show.
There was.
Of course, I wouldn't have gone to it if I had known, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a good show. It was a good show. But yeah, of course, I was at an event that was also another 2 hours. Shocking.
Right. Yeah. I think the only time I actually saw you was up in the bar area the one time, and then you ran away immediately after that.
Yes. That's literally when I went to the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I came by to say hi to everybody because everyone was kind of confined in one spot finally. And I was like, okay, we're not spread out. I was like, let me come find you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we were all in one area for a while. So, yeah. Did you have, so it seemed like that almost everybody I talked to in our group had actually a really good event, with very little drama, very little there wasn't anybody stomping off Matt or anything like that. How was it for you?
No, it was great. I didn't have any bad experiences. Honestly, meeting you guys and Gibbs was amazing. You guys are fantastic people. So it was nice to meet some of my other streamer friends, friends, and kind of grow that community. And even just being on here right now and just meeting all these new people.
Yeah.
But no, literally no bad experiences. I had a great time. Got to explore San Diego 2 days before the event. Got to see some of my favorite streamers. Not even meet and greet, just walking around, which was
right. Crazy. Yeah, I got to meet XQC.
Yeah. I saw the pictures and I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, the overall event, it was fantastic. Had no qualms with people. The only complaint that I do have is that people stink. Literally,
yeah. I
noticed that. You can tell who doesn't leave the basement.
Literally, you're not wrong about that. You're really not wrong. There were some really strange people there, just strange. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The cosplay people were, for most part, they were all cool, right? They were fine. But man, it was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty bad at times. And I was like, this is probably the only time they leave their house is to go to TwitchCon. And it shows.
I mean, it's probably true.
Yeah.
So what, hey, Marte, you should be live to get your viewable hours, man.
I hope so. We'll see what happens. I'm I think last I checked when I started the stream, I was 650 hours away.
Yeah, you should be live right now. You should go over and fire up a stream, 100%.
I don't know how to connect them on StreamYard. I know you don't use StreamYard.
So all you need to do is go ahead and fire up a StreamYard and then make it full screen. And then down in the corner there's a button that says in StreamYard and look. Yeah, you want to share screen from here, make this screen big, and then share screen. Unless you're using OBS. If you're OBS, you can add this tab as a source, and it'll do that.
It's actually a good idea. I'm going to do that right now, actually.
And I am not tech support, by the way. So don't think that I'm right. So, Bella, what do you think? Have you ever debated?
No.
No. Are you an argumentative woman?
No. I'm really not.
Okay. All right. We very often have a lot of we actually have a fair number of female debaters.
Are they any good?
I mean,
sorry, I had to ask.
I think Beth is pretty good.
Beth can be good.
You can answer that one. Go ahead, Grid.
Beth can do that. Hey, I have a clip from a female debater. Let me just while Marte's getting set up, I'm just gonna play a quick clip. Here we go. Ready?
I'll give you.
Bro, I'm obviously not. I told you like multiple times that I'm not fucking like gonna respond to like. I can't understand like just a whole like wall of like text. You can like say something and respond or not, but I'm like you're like obviously I'm not gonna engage with your argument like that. Like what? Like that's so lame. That's so.
What is my
lame.
argument?
So yeah, female debaters are great.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to go that route. As a woman who dates other women.
And Kel, if you're still out there, this is such an awesome clip. I'm so glad that I have it. It is so good. It is so good.
I'm glad her camera's okay.
Yeah. That was her phone. She threw her notepad at her phone.
Oh, that was her phone. Well, I'm glad it's okay.
Yeah. We also have this public service announcement that I'm required to play anytime females are on the chat or on the show.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
I love it. I love it.
It's just a public service announcement. I'm required to play it, especially when there are females on the show.
Understood.
Because, they get in their feelings and they just won't stop. They just won't stop.
I think it also depends on like their upbringing, where they're from. Like I'm from New York, so like it takes a lot for you to even remotely get under my skin. But people out nowadays, like I feel like people are a little bit more sensitive.
A little more sensitive.
Yeah, just a tad,
Yeah. So as a girl's girl, how do you stand those bitches?
I don't. I'm not friends with them. That is why a majority of people that I get along with are men, because they can hold themselves most times, and then very strong like women like in my life. Like my mom is literally the strongest person I know. She is my best friend, and then like some of the small friend groups that I have are typically like strong women.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Not for the drama, so I kind of stay away from certain energies or certain vibes that I get.
I'm glad you said vibes. I don't understand energies because, I pay my electric bill and that's about it. And then
right.
Beyond, but when you said vibe, I can understand vibes. I can get that like uneasy feeling around people.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Well, so when I refer to energy, I mean like how much energy you put into the friendship or relationship.
No, I got you. Yeah, right.
So like
attention, how much attention, how much focus, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense. Way more sense.
Yeah.
So.
Not like energies like I don't have an aura or like I don't have like crystals or I'm not that kind of girl. I think.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't understand all that stuff. I'm not going to ask you your horoscope because I don't even know what mine means, like any of that stuff.
Okay. So you're not on a journey then. We have a whole thing about how all the crazy women are on their journey. I'm on my journey. Yeah.
No, I mean I can't.
Otis Drift would literally said my journey
crazy.
nonsense is next. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I'm not crazy. I'm Puerto Rican Dominican, so I'm sure there's something.
My former co-host, I've had a couple of female co-hosts, and one, Kat Katibi, she is she is Persian Cuban and just really based. So it's really funny. But she's not she just needed to build her channel. I don't know if she's monetized yet. It's been like a year, maybe a little longer. But I don't know if she's monetized yet, which is weird. So how do you feel? Do you stream on YouTube much?
No, so I was streaming mainly on Twitch and TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I tried the whole YouTube thing. I love the layout of YouTube, and I just don't feel like I utilize YouTube anymore.
Okay.
Because I work in IT, I kind of was kind of off social media for a while, because I just didn't want to keep up with it. Like I was on, working 8 hours a day on a computer. Like I want to game for a little bit after. Like, why do I need social media? But in order to grow like my streaming, career, I was like, okay, like I have to start utilizing social media because that is the wave of the future. That's what everyone uses. That's what they go to. That's what everyone opens every single day, other than maybe looking at emails, which I feel like some people don't even do that. They'd rather do social media.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
Yeah, mainly just Twitch and TikTok right now. I don't know if I'll ever get to YouTube. But I know TikTok and like I think there's another one called X or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Kick.
Twitter.
No, Kick. Twitter, yeah.
Kick. I'm not sure about Kick. I thought about doing Rumble. I've done Rumble. Rumble's really hard to set up. To make it their user interface could be a lot better. And to be honest, even though I'm not a tech guy, it annoys me when the tech doesn't work or if it takes me too long to set something up.
Yes.
It's just terrible. So it is after 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. And that means I am dropping the link. If you want to participate in the debate show, you will click the link. You will come in the back. You will have to cam up. If you do not cam up, you cannot be on the show. I'm sorry. That's the rules. Also, I have to see you in the back before I bring you up because I don't need anybody porn bombing me or any other nonsense like that. So if that's your intention, kindly fuck off in the opposite direction. And otherwise, everybody be cool and come on up and we'll start this debate show.
Cassell said he'll be here in about 20.
That's cool. I like Castle. What's up, OG? How are you? So, Bella because I did, I went back to my hotel when you guys went out drinking. It seemed like during the day, I ended up being the e-girl wrangler and keeping all of the weird dudes off of what's her name? Teeny and
Sky.
Thank you. I was right there. Did you guys talk about that at all in the evenings when I wasn't around?
No.
Good.
Because I feel like it's very common.
Okay.
Like for guys to kind of like almost attack them, I guess you could say.
It is.
Or like bombard them.
Really weird. Word.
Yeah. And there are people in the community that are a bit odd. Some people just don't understand that personal space and there's the social cues. Yeah. So.
Well, that's true. They did not understand social cues. Sometimes I would have to tell them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I didn't have any bad experiences, but I was very confined to like who I was like hanging out with and like we were doing everything together. I was never really like going off on my own or anything like that. So
yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's very cool.
But I'm glad you were there for them because I mean, look at what happened to, that streamer that got assaulted. So
yeah. That was I mean, I literally watched people try and like even though Gibbs and I were like right next to Teeny, they would like try and pull her away.
Yeah.
Like what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You guys are like ridiculous. So anyway, that's all right. I I don't have anybody coming up yet. I may have scared them with my opening speech. Marte, you got everything sorted out?
Yeah, they can hear me. Actually, I think I have Mr. Ball on my end too. He got my audio issue sorted out. You say you're not tech support, but you kind of did tech support stuff and kind of fixed that issue on my end. So you've resolved the watch out. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, his chat, be sure to like and subscribe because he solved 2 issues for me. So he's displaying how the patriarchy can be benevolent and also solution orientated. Fixing 2 problems. Hopefully he can fix the 3rd problem, Grid, and that is me destroying the shit out of people's rhetoric tonight in debates and taking this prize money. Hopefully it's not Monopoly. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Hopefully we get more than 5 or 6 people on to come up. I hope I didn't scare anybody. We should have. I'm trying to get tomfoolery here. He's really good. I like him a lot. And
I would love to debate him.
Yeah. Kel was in earlier. I would like to have her up if she wants to come up and debate. I don't know that she does. You can't hear Marte on his end. On your stream, they cannot hear you.
Okay, let me unmute my mic. Can you guys hear me now? It's all right. There we go.
All right,
I guess I have to unmute
in the house.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would love to debate Cleaner. Actually, I asked for this debate, so I think I got my wish.
Yeah, he's a judge tonight, but he can take a round off.
Oh, damn it. You know what? I'll challenge the judge. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I think Grid 1, you're open to that, right?
We can make, we're very flexible here.
I love it. Yes. So Cleaner, put your gloves up.
I've always got them on, bro. I've always got them on. I go out in public on the rare occasion that I can actually work up the oomph to go out to the grocery store and deal with the anxiety of the insanity there is out there. I have, trust me, 2 knives, a pistol, and my mitts.
Damn, I was hoping to throw some fucking hands tonight too, but I'll judge.
Damn, Cleaner, you could call him. Since I'm black, I call him the biscuit cutter and the pork chop. You know
that's wild.
And I'm hoping to get grape drink out of somebody if they bleed enough tonight. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
I call mine the biscuit and the pork chop too. That's weird.
Oh, so okay, good. So you're invited to the cookout, Tyler. Just so you know.
I got my pass.
I wonder where I'm wondering where all of our normal people are. They were all like really gung ho, and now they're like not here.
That when you offer money, they don't show up, and then they'll blame you for not offering it out loud because they didn't hear this later. So
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Well, I'm not aware of any major stuff going on tonight or this weekend, other than just the regular crap that goes on the weekends. Well, last weekend was crazy with all the protests that were going on. Dude, there was a ton of people marching in Houston, and I was looking at the open area parking lots, the paid parking lots. They were filled with buses from out of city and out of state.
Oh, that's crazy.
I will say this. The reason why I'm here, Grid, I didn't tell you I had an ulterior motive. The reason why I'm here is because they're cutting off EBT next month, and because I'm black, I'm going to be rioting next month and just causing all kinds of carnage. So I'm here for my early EBT pre-benefits cut off. That's why I'm here, bro.
I got you.
Cleaner, do you need an asthma inhaler? I'm just curious, bro.
He might.
Man,
no,
you sound like a corn dog sideways. That's crazy, bro.
All right, we have Abe in the house. How are you, Abe?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic.
Is my sound all right?
Your sound is great, actually. Your mic's a little hot, but not too much, so that's fine. Yeah, it's good.
Beautiful.
You sound mildly honest tonight, Abe. Just letting you know. So your mic's okay.
I try to be honest. I don't know.
Mildly. Maybe
mildly.
A little bit more, yeah.
Gentlemen, you will notice that we have a guest tonight. That is Zombella. She is a streamer that does video game streaming. And what did you describe the video games that you do as?
Horror. So like mainly just horror-based games. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
horror. Seventh Guest, 11th Hour, things like that.
Yeah. So right now I'm replaying all the Resident Evil games. I just started my Resident Evil sleeve over here, which I'm very, very happy about. Just mostly like any horror games. Zombies are like my thing, hence my name. Zombies mixed with my name. I thought it was a perfect name. But yeah, I mostly just stream like Tuesdays and Thursdays, random times on the weekends. And I'm gonna start getting into more like indie horror games because I, of course, play like the main like stream games that come out, but I think I want to start dabbling in like, you know, some other varieties of games. But yeah, mainly just that. And then I'm also a Call of Duty girl, but I only play Warzone. I'm not getting into all the crazy like new Call of Duties that come out because they're always changing everything and making it more unrealistic. And I'm just like, all right, I want something more realistic.
Silent Hill and Dead Space are classics as far as horror.
Amazing games. The remasters.
Those two.
Were...
Well, remaster of Dead Space was excellent. Yes.
Yes.
I haven't got to play the remaster of Silent Hill. Dead Space, fucking phenomenal game.
Beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Me and my wife played that before she passed, dude. That was one of our favorite games that we would play. That and this other one called Homefront the Revolution, because you could like change weapon parts out while you were in the mission. So you didn't have to like go to some special menu or some shit. We loved playing those two games together.
Oh man. Yeah, no, for real. And also I'm sorry to hear that, Cleaner.
I hated how they canceled the Jason game. Voorhees, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know.
I hate it. That's such a travesty. I was pissed when they did that. Jason Voorhees is my hero, by the way. Yeah, an unstoppable force that can never be stopped. I love it. Yeah.
But also, too, did you see the new Halloween game that's coming out, Michael Myers? So I believe it's the makers of Friday the 13th.
Yeah, but I hope they can map onto the same system. Everything else is the same. By the way, this brings up Halloween VHS. I don't know if you saw that amazing last one. They did it justice when they came out with that film too. But anyways, back to games.
Ashton wants to know, what is your favorite Resident Evil?
So I feel like everyone does say Resident Evil 4 is like top tier, but I will say the OG Resident Evil in the Spencer Mansion, the 1996 original game, is my favorite. I have the keys tattooed on, the inner part of my arm, the typewriter, ink ribbon, the umbrella symbol, of course, but Resi 4 is also a close second. So I have the Las Plagas on my arm as well, but definitely the original. And mind you, that game came out before I was even born, but here I am. Such phenomenal games. Like, so many people know the series. Like, it's a great game. If you guys haven't played it, it's so much fun if you love horror. But I will say I did love that they did take a turn with Biohazard, Village, and now Requiem, because I do love like the full like horror aspect of a game, like first person, want to be completely immersed in it. And like, I want you guys to see me like somewhat get scared, because it takes a lot for me to get scared.
Well, Zombella, you know who's winning in the industry right now? These indie platformers are really dominating as far as like stream. They're really killing it because some of their ideology, especially like liminal spaces, that horror is fucking amazing. When we think about this, I'm such a horror geek enthusiast when it comes to this. Even if they come out with a Lovecraftian game, that would be amazing for horror too. I could have a conversation for hours on this, but anyways, yeah.
Yeah, like even at TwitchCon, the Phasmophobia booth, like look how far they've come just from that small game. Fantastic. Their panel was fantastic. Like, I got to like meet one of the first like Phasmophobia streamers. I think her name is Jojo Says Bree, and like it's crazy to see how far they've come. And now they're making a movie. Like it's crazy. And like the game has not changed very much from when it first started, which I enjoy. And like people are like, oh, like we need more inventory space, blah blah blah. And they're like, no, like that takes away from the game. Like that is what makes the game. You guys need to work together. Yeah.
Mikey Balls says, is it normal to speak about your tattoos like that? I've never done that. I'm not really sure what he's referencing, but because I wasn't really listening too much.
It's like,
Tiny Sunflower.
People sensitive to it? I can cover it.
No, I don't think they're definitely not sensitive to it.
Okay, there we go. Abe got me. We're good.
Yeah. Tiny says, and this is a Tiny from whatever. I wish I could replay Parasite Eve all over again for the first time.
Such a good game. That was hard as hell.
Pretty good, yeah. I feel that way about a lot of older games, actually.
Yeah. Well, the cinematics are great. I love the cinematics too.
I think we're having a problem with a lot of the games that are out there right now where they don't really have good plot lines, good stories, good building to them. They kind of just follow like a cookie cutter model that has worked in the past and made other people money.
I can tell you why that's happening, Cleaner. The reason why is because a lot of video games kind of model themselves after the genre of horror movies. If horror movies take a dive, guess what follows suit? All the ideas that pattern themselves after horror movies.
Yeah. Well, I think also the pervasivity of the early access games that are available and the Kickstarter games, like we never used to do that. We only used to buy a finished product. So if somebody didn't finish making a game, we didn't fucking pay them. And now they're getting paid for not finishing a product.
Also, besides like indie games, aren't we seeing like game engines used for the production of most games? And so you've got a similarity to everything that's being produced because of it.
To a degree, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I have no idea.
UE5, a lot of people absolutely hate UE5 because of the bugs that go along with it and a lot of the engine problems. UE4 is still a huge platform that a lot of producers use. Unity's dog shit. It always will be. I don't see any way around that unless they can really figure out how to overhaul the engine and fix the bugs, the nav meshing problems, like all of it. I don't. So I have seen a few engines that people have specifically made themselves just for games. I think that's really unique. Like the people who made Cyberpunk 2077 or whatever it was, that was awesome. They created their own engine to try and support it, and they're making a new one to try and make it multiplayer in Cyberpunk 2.
We should do a debate night on video games, and I think cool. that would be a cool one.
Yeah.
Kissy Cat has wandered in finally, just like most cats. Has wandered in when she wanted to. Says, "Hey y'all, good to see you, Kissy Cat." Yeah, it's we got getting quite the crowd here. Tiny says that she would love that. Okay, all right. But would you debate? That's the question. I don't know where all of our debaters are. An hour and a half ago, before I started this, everybody was all excited. Now we've got, realistically, I've got 2 judges and 2 debaters, and then Bella, who at this point is just as good as a ring girl. So
I'll just hold up the round signs to say round
right.
one.
Yeah, that's what it is. Why can't you come up, OG?
I will say this, Cleaner, on that topic, also Zambella and even Abe, you guys can agree with this. I think the reason why video games have fallen off as far as the horror genre, which I could speak on, because I'm an avid horror enthusiast, is because back in those days, we were more traditional. What I mean by this is that religion used to be a bigger mainstay of the country, and it wasn't destroyed so much. Remember when Exorcist came out? People believed in religion so much that horror held higher value. So with Christian ethos more popular in the country, people have vomit bags. They're vomiting, passing out. Remember all this? The reason why they did this is because there was more of a belief of Christianity, maybe even you could say Catholicism in nature. So people believed in evil even much more. I think that now when we have pornography and all these other things, they're so desensitized and we're pushing so further from religion at this point that it's like, it's not as scary, especially like the religious horror doesn't terrify people like it used to then. So
I could see that. Yeah.
It's hard to be afraid of demons if they're popular culture.
I understand why OG is not coming up because of my cam up rule. Yeah. The problem is, OG, it's unfair to debate somebody that won't cam up, because they can't see your facial expressions. They can't see that it's just you alone in the room.
True.
And they, so it's just not the way we do debates. I get that, bro. If you were to do something like Pixel does with the, which is actually, I'm surprised Pixel's not here. Pixel would be, this is what Pixel does. So.
Yeah. He'd love it.
You need to learn to make a VTuber or whatever character.
Yeah,
or
just
talking character.
Yeah, the way that Pixel Guy does it is he's got like a pixel overlay and it pixelates his features, but you can still tell it's a dude, and it and
probably smart if you're like a federal contractor or something,
So
yeah, I got you, OG. It's totally cool, man. I unfortunately I don't break I made an exception to my rules one time and it wasn't cool, and I'm it's not cool to everybody else. So I apologize. But you're still a cool guy, man. You're still a cool guy. Just can't do it.
One reason why I think that that's also a good role is because if we have to dox ourselves, think about the risk and reward. We're having to expose ourselves on camera, and I understand that people can hide behind a PFP, but if I can't read body language in a debate, which is also telling it could give away things, it's like, why do you think that people have a poker face? You want to hide this because that's also giving away and telltale signs. If you do debates long enough, you could read people like the back of your hand. So when you do this, it provides an uneven advantage, and it's not an equal value exchange when you're having a debate with somebody, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, it's just it's just the way debates are done. And actually Andrew's the one that kind of got me into that line of thinking, is that, it's just not, especially if we're going to be actually debating, you can't hide behind a screen. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Good to see everybody out in the chat. I see Mr. out there. I see Adam 87 out there. You guys are cool. And yeah.
Where are all the debaters at?
I don't know. I thought Beth was going to be here. She might have gone to sleep and just not woken up. Tomfoolery is waiting up. He's over at Fatty's right now, and he's not sure that he was going to wait until he gets done there and then come over here, which I told him that would be fine. Guys, the link is posted, and I will post it again several times. You're welcome to come on over and debate. There is $100 on the line tonight. You will, whoever wins the debate show tonight will take home a crisp electronic $100, maybe more, because for every $100 that's donated to the show tonight, we're going to throw out another 25 to the winner. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, right now, I understand Gibbs is sick. He can't come on here. I think he said he got really sick on the flight home. A bunch of kids coughing on him and shit. So
I like this because I like my debate opponent. I've went against him several times, right, Abe? I think that not only that, but I think we kind of switched. I beat him the first time we interacted, and I think he got me the second, but it was really tough. I think I did a decent job, right, Abe? Maybe.
Yeah, you usually do.
Yeah,
I enjoy arguing with you.
You're a really good opponent, because here's the thing, though. I can't trigger you, which means I can't get you emotional, which means I can't manipulate you. Oh, damn. You're not a Ryan Coder. You're not the other people like the Dusties and stuff. You're actually quite tougher because I don't know where your buttons are. And I actually have to use logic and reasoning. Oh, damn. Sucks for everybody else that's not me tonight. Good luck, Abe, by the way.
Thanks. Good luck to you as well.
We may have to do a 3 out of 4 with these guys. Anson will show up when enough women are here. We have an exceptionally attractive young lesbian on the show tonight. Why is Anson?
I thought I was more than enough, but I guess not.
I think he's just not aware the stream is running right now, because he would normally have been up already.
Yeah. I'm really surprised he's not here.
Well, hold on, Grid. You just refuted your own logic. I didn't want to say this earlier, but I'm just going to say this right now. Cleaner has offered himself as tribute to not just be a judge. So, that's conditional as far as 3 or 2. So.
Oh, Anson may have his kids right now. That may be the problem. Emmett, you come up and debate, bro. You get up here. Don't go hiding.
Yeah, matter of fact, put him next to me so we can look like a black and white TV together. Yeah, let's do this debate. Whenever you're ready, bro. I'm game, bro.
Yeah, but you always struggle to understand him. So
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna let Bella be a judge.
Well, Tyler needs to be a translator to that answers Abe's question, so we got that all solved. Good. Yeah.
I grew up in the hood, so I can speak Ebonics as well as white people.
You speak Ebonics and Hispanics?
Yeah. I got that.
Good.
I got
Perfect.
Puerto Rican, less Mexican. Like Puerto Rican Spanish, I can understand.
You're on it. You got it.
You guys are out there tonight.
Like if someone calls me gringo, I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, but Blanquito, I know what you're saying to me.
Look, that tends to happen, Grid, when you're born in 1809. So
Yeah, it's true.
It might be behind the times. I don't know.
Might be a little bit behind the times. That's fine. This, you know what's funny is I had so many people like, I'm gonna be there, and now it's like, yeah,
Weird.
Oh, so got another question for Zambella. Do you have a plan?
Plan
Mm-hmm.
for what? The zombie apocalypse? Yeah.
Yeah, you knew what the question was. Come on.
I was like, of course.
You know what the assignment was?
The arsenal, like everything's ready. My Bronco's ready to go. Like,
nice.
We're good.
Good.
I'm also
That's a good conversation, by the way.
It is. Like, I'm in Florida. I'm surrounded by a lot of water, so I think I'll be just fine.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be that fine, though.
Florida.
I don't think you're going to be that fine, Zambella. You have one thing that's going against you. Florida man's already bad, but with a zombie infection, that's times 50. Already, that's bad.
Well, she's Florida woman.
Florida man, it makes the paper every single day for some weird shit. Now it's a zombie. That's 10 times worse.
And now I'm gonna have to run away from zombies and zombie like alligators. Like, it's gonna be crazy.
You got bath salts. I mean, it's a lot, man.
Yep. We're like,
good luck to you.
Top, like, drug counties, like
drug counties, not drug towns, drug counties.
No, drug counties.
Alligator escapees, alligator Alcatraz escapees as zombies is crazy.
Yes. Yeah. That would honestly be a really good game, and we should patent that.
Yeah, no doubt.
We should.
I am not rocking Mr. Rogers' sweater. That's cap. That's a total cap. Kissy Cat comes in with "Won't you be my neighbor?"
Nothing wrong with rocking a Mr. Rogers sweater. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a really good sweater. It's from Ireland.
I think zombie gators really aren't too scary, but think about zombie chihuahuas. They've only got to nick you once with a tooth, and you turn, and they're fast as shit.
That's true.
But you right in your ankle, and that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Off your foot.
Yeah, and then them little fuckers can actually jump pretty good too. It's like not like over people, but you know.
No, I think what's worse is if you have zombie marquishas, because zombies get sweaty and it'll fuck up their weave, and then they're really pissed. And once that happens, their lace front comes off. Oh shit, you really got some problems on your hands once that happens. You're done.
That's a bit too descriptive. Arthur Dias says it's a bit boomer-esque. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
How about let's not be so rude, okay? Calm down.
Yeah, a bit boomer-esque. It's a fine sweater. Everybody's talking about the sweater, man.
I do love the sweater. Like, your cardigan is on point.
You got to have great game.
Also, Abe's do good. I love that.
You know,
I'm just rocking a shirt that says, I think, get in loser, we're going ghost haunting. Love Halloween.
That fits. That checks out.
Yeah, yeah.
That checks out. Yeah, Anson's not here to tell you to calm down. That's true.
So is Emmett coming up, Count Chocula, or not? I'm curious about that.
It's hard to say. Emmett's been very odd lately with the debates.
Yeah. Well, I did threaten to put hot sauce, Louisiana hot sauce, on his birds and fry them with some grape drink.
That's bad.
That might be an injustice, but I think it's delicious, though. Anyways.
Yeah, it's an old man sweater. Yeah, it is kind of an old man sweater. That's all right.
Marte, Fanta or Sunkissed?
Grape drink.
I know you said grape.
Grape knee.
Why you got a big God, decisions, man. All right, am I having fried chicken with that? Because that's also delicious.
Well, we were talking about birds, so yeah, let's go with chicken. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's all my debaters?
Unkissed.
You got some fried chitlins. You got
I almost forgot.
And you got some collards that have been sitting in the bathtub for 12 hours made by Kamala Harris's Canadian mom. What are you going to drink?
Kamala's bathtub mix is on point. Yeah. But the only thing, though, is my estrogen levels are going to go through the roof once I have a sip, and it's a wrap, man. So I don't know.
It's going to be heavy with the PCBs
we
for
have,
sure.
We have plenty of estrogen on the panel. I am going to have to play, since it's been requested, and you guys are making fun of my sweater. We have to go to the...
Folks, we're here to talk about Grid Motorsports. Tremendous streamer. Absolutely tremendous. People are saying, and these are very smart people, the best people, they're saying Grid folded EB3 in a debate, not once, but
They do
twice. Totally destroyed that son of a bitch. The man was broken, completely broken. Grid is
true.
very rich, folks. Very, very rich. He's got vehicles. He's got planes. He's got bitches more than anybody. Maybe more than me, maybe not. But a lot.
That's a crazy promotion from Commander-in-Chief. Good shit, right?
One president to another. Based.
That's crazy.
I did fold EB3 like he was a cheap suit.
Who did that one for you?
This guy named
Did it on my
Boydhawk.
panel too.
This guy, I did one on yours and one on Glenn's.
You did. Wrecked him on my panel.
Yeah, that's right. It was awful. It was really funny too because he thought he won, and I'm like, "How did you win? Like, you did not win. Like you got wrecked." Can I ask Zambella to announce her link? Oh yeah, can you type in the chat so they can click? Oh, you have YouTube or you just your Twitch?
Mm-hmm. No, I have YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we need to get your Twitch because so when you come here, if you're a guest, we promote you nonstop. So everybody gets their link posted. The mods tell people to go over and subscribe to you, check you out. Everybody, and whenever you come on the show, the same thing happens.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. Do you want me to just put like my Twitch link in the chat? I can do that.
You can't put it in a Twitch link, but you can't put your Twitch link in because I have the
the link,
the security settings set like that. You can drop it in the Discord and they can put it up. Let me throw out the Discord link. I haven't done that. I apologize to anyone who has been told to go to the Discord and you do not, in fact, have the Discord link. That's my bad. You know, that's all right. I own the place.
You could also put any of the links you need in the private chat, and I'll forward them over to Smoking.
That's true as well.
On the Discord.
Yeah. There you go. The Discord link has been posted for any of you that were told to go to Discord to get the link. You don't have to do that because, you know, I'm putting it out there. But, you know, you didn't have that Discord link anyway. And that was my bad. That's all right. So, yeah, this guy named Void Hawk did that, did the Trump thing for me, and it's awesome. It's really good.
Cool.
And especially the EB3 thing, that was just like, it's so good because I know that I live rent free in that dude's head for like the next 10 years. So, you know, I've always got a home in that dude's head. So, yep. All right. Well, we can't only have one debate. Where is all my peoples?
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm debating Abe Dinkins and Cleaner. What are we talking about?
I will have two debates.
Then
once you guys get your debaters, I'm going to be
the first time again.
Yeah.
That's three debates because you said we might have to have 3 debates between me and Abe Dinkins. So that's like Cleaner, Abe Dinkins.
Yeah,
twice.
we might have to do it. We might have to do a best out of 3. But where's Castle at? Did he lose his way?
He's watching college football. He said when his game's over, he'll be here.
What?
College football. He said his game was over in like
Who
half an
cares
hour.
about football anymore?
College football has its like niche crowd that really in Georgia, man, them Bulldogs are more popular than the Falcons, the Braves, and every other fucking sports team they have. They love the Bulldogs here.
Yeah. That's why Georgia's gone full redneck. Yeah. Anyway, well, let's talk about something cool. Cleaner.
Yes, sir.
I have been quite vocal lately in that had I known that Sarah was going to come to my channel to troll specifically, I would not have. It would not have been as it wouldn't have been cool by me, and definitely since she did, it was an obvious troll that got out of hand, and you and Kel had problems because of that as well. It's a. I just wanted to kind of not relive it, but just kind of, kind of throw that out there, you know. So
I have no ill will about anything that happened over here on this side, other than she tried to, like, Kel didn't really.
Yeah, no, Kel was cool.
Took the bait. She kind of took the bait from the trolling, but the troll.
Well, yeah, she took it and ran with it.
The troll
Kel was in earlier too. Where is Kel?
I don't know, but I don't have any ill will towards Kel for sure. She realized what it was turning into when we went over to the other place, and immediately was like, "Yeah, no, like I'm not a part of this."
Yeah,
but yeah,
Sarah just messaged me, by the way.
I wanted it to stay in the conversation that we were having because it was a good one. We were actually getting a lot of detail out. So I don't know.
So Grid, I did message Sarah and I said, I'm going to cancel the debate. I don't run from debates, I told her, but this one I'm not going to do.
Yeah.
So the boycott will continue. And then she messaged me back. She said, but I thought you were on your channel boasting all about it. And I said, yeah, well, I changed my mind at the end of it. I'm done. Have a good night. That's it.
Oh, yeah. She's going to see me over there going, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm stupid, but I ain't that stupid.
Yeah, it sounded like a good idea, but then I was like, nah, not a W.
Yep. All right. So everybody's going to follow you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to come up and debate, this is and just in case you're wondering what that means, well, these are blood sport short format debates. Basically, what happens is we have, for example, Marte and Abe Dingus here. They're going to debate. Each one will get 1 minute to make their position. At the end of that, we go to the 5 minutes open discussion. They can make their points back and forth. At the end of that, we judge, and we judge them harshly. We make them figure out who wins it, who loses it, and then we move on to the next round. So it's going to be awesome, and it's a really good time. What's up, Hot Tuna? Good to see you. And we are looking for more debaters. It looks like we have Castle finally here. I'm not even going to make fun of you for watching football, man. I don't think your mic's working. Yeah, I don't use TikTok either. Bella, are you big on TikTok?
No. I was just telling Ag that I actually only created it recently, like a few months ago, to help promote my Twitch channel since everyone is on TikTok. But no, not really.
Castle, you there? Can't hear you. Everyone's having tech issues tonight. It's very strange.
And I can see who doesn't work in IT.
Oh, that's a shot, folks. She took a shot.
I actually do work in IT, and I still had tech issues for like 15 minutes.
I don't know if that's like sad or.
It is what it is. Happens. I have.
You're saying you're having motherboard issues, right?
Well, that's my other. I have two PCs, two high-power gaming PCs. The $4,000 one sitting on the floor over there. The $3,000 one's plugged in.
That's music to my ears. I think my rig is only.
Hey, Gibbs is in the chat. He must be like commenting from his bed. What's real sad, Gibbs? Turn it back off and back on again. That'd be funny.
Shooting 101.
Tyler's tech skills. Ow.
So Grid, Andrew messaged me.
Yeah,
this is what he said.
Yeah.
He said, well, you can't blame her. They're going to try to put the Crucible and Andrew Wilson in their channels as long as possible.
Yeah, they are. I told you. That's exactly what I told you.
Yeah, you're totally right. That's crazy. All right.
You are the content. You have to understand. Look, and I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with non-tent streams, right? Like if that's if that's their gig and they provide me with a platform where I could have, rather than having, we've got 47 people here, I don't know, we must be having just a really pretty off week, because normally we'd have about 60 by now, maybe 70. I don't know. But I think, didn't we have like 100 the last event?
Yeah.
Cleaner, do you remember?
Yeah, it went over 100 for a little while.
Anyway, normally we have more people. It's fine. If they can get me, instead of having 80 or 40 or whatever, they get me 200, 300 eyeballs on my shit. And that's awesome. But if they can't, who cares? Plus, if all they're going to do is clip my shit and make fun of me, fuck that. I'm out. I got better shit to do. I can make fun of myself just fine. Thank you very much. Alicia Goose. I'm not familiar with you, Alicia Goose. Welcome to the show. What on a Friday? I don't understand the reference.
We put a no retard policy on. As soon as somebody starts weaponizing stupidity, as soon as they forget how everything fucking works in the middle of a debate, this, and you have to explain the basics to them and build them up. As soon as that shit happens, I just fucking mute that person and move on. I don't give a shit how much clout they have and viewers they have. I'm not here for that shit.
I see the Knight and the Bishop out in my chat. I think this is the first time he's commented. I know he's been in the chat before. I think this is the first time he's commented. Welcome to the show, sir. Didn't I see you in the chat on whatever the other night? Panel hopping debates isn't even a good way to build platforms. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, what's up, Blood Logos? Good to see you.
A lot of my people showed up.
I did used to have 180 before the blip, which we still don't know what happened there.
Sound like somebody did a Thanos snap. That's what the blip sounds like.
That was happening to me early on.
Bro, so
really
this exact time last year, I was having 100 plus every show. Like, I don't care when I went live. In like 6 or 8 weeks, it dropped to where I was barely getting 30 viewers. It was crazy. And it's kind of stayed that way for months and months. And we've been really trying. I've tried everything to figure it out. And I ended up going to my YouTube rep, and they were like, well, there's nothing really happening, although apparently at some point somebody was reporting my streams, just like one report, right? Like, so we weren't getting mass reported. And so the algorithm would take a look at the stream. Well, all right, so the stream would get flagged. The algorithm would take a look at it. It wouldn't see anything wrong, and then it would move on. It didn't refer it to a human referee. But it still fucks with your algorithm. And it's just an evil thing to do. Like, it's just evil. So take that for what is it. Doomerang likes the sweater. Dad one, very neighborly. Yes. Won't you be my neighbor?
We also had not too long ago, actually 2 or 3 times now, people randomly get unsubbed from different channels. Yeah. I know I've had to go back and look through my channels and the list that I had on my Excel spreadsheet, because I started keeping an Excel spreadsheet of people that I subscribe to. Mm-hmm. And I've had to go back and re-add people, and I don't know why. There's no reason for it. Like, I haven't unsubscribed them.
Well, I know and I should have taken a screenshot of it, but one day I lost 100 subs just randomly. And it was like, honestly, it was like YouTube just purged 100 subs. Just.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. When I was first growing, I broke 500 and then it dropped. Then I broke 500 and then it dropped. And then I broke 500 and it dropped. And I'm like, what is happening right now? And then it kept growing. And then I hit 1,000, and there's been little fall offs, but not like that again. But it would be like 50, 60, 70 at a time, just out of nowhere. And people would come and tell me too. They'd be like, dude, what the hell? I was subbed, and today I'm not. I had to come looking for you just to find your channel because I was completely unsubbed.
Yeah, ZD Den told me that. I mean, she's been here since, like very early on in the show. She was like, "You haven't come up for me in a long time. I have to go look for your show." I'm like, "That's crazy." So something was off about when I confronted the Transformer panel. Yeah, maybe. But it wasn't. It didn't get. We didn't go dirty or anything. It was just, I thought it was above board. I don't think there was anything like. I didn't say anything out of bounds. So maybe, I don't know.
I think when they choose to demonetize a specific stream or specific video event, they it's not like shadow. It's almost like shadow banning, but not quite. They lower your rating on where you're going to fall in line with, like, whenever people do a search for something.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Oh, Arthur Dye is still not getting notifications. She has to do a search, find my channel, and see if it's live.
I do too. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, so and I've got it set up so that it'll give me mobile notifications, but I still don't get them. Yours, Speakeasies, and Andrews. I don't get notifications from y'all.
Interesting. Speakeasy and I had words the other night. It's very interesting.
I wish you guys would be able to squash this thing. I do, because I
tried, but he just didn't want to. All right. Anyway, I would like to get a debate going. We only have 3 debaters, which is very strange, but that's okay. And we can let Zambella judge. Bella is, easy. I mean, she's new. She doesn't, so we'll give her a little bit of. But that would, it's actually kind of like the man on the street verdict, right? Who made the better argument? However, I really would like to get 2 or 3 more debaters in here before we fire up, but whatever. I think Tomfoolery may drop by. That would be cool. Honestly, I don't know where everybody else is.
I will say, Grid, unfortunately, I won't be able to judge tonight.
Oh,
I know, I'm sorry. But I'm just happy that I got to chime in with you guys for a bit, got to meet all of you guys.
We'll find somebody.
You guys will definitely find somebody.
Good to meet you.
They just won't be as cute, but it's okay.
Oh.
You just need something a little bit better to look at.
That's awesome.
But no, you guys are going to have a great time. Thank you again. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, 8:00, and I'll send you the link.
All right. Sounds great. All right, guys.
All
Nice
right.
meeting you.
Have a great night, Bella. Go have
Thanks
fun.
You guys too.
Bye. Stay safe, ma'am.
Thank you. You too.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, Bella has fled. I don't blame her. Now I need a judge. YouTube is going to notify you of the platforms you've recently been checking out. Man, that's probably true. I know my history logs everything I, like, okay. Zambella says she's here in spirit. That's awesome. Zambella is a really cool person. All right, I need a judge. Where's Emmett? Or somebody. I need a judge. Because we can't have 2. And I'm supposed to be impartial, being the moderator, dude.
Aggie's filled in before.
Yeah, Agrillipus, jump up, buddy. I think it's very funny that we had so many people that were like, "Oh yes, I'm going to come debate," and they don't show up. It's very fun. Give you just a few, sure, we'll get there. That's okay. Castle, how are you, sir? Can we hear you now?
I think so, right?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very loud.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I can lower it on my end.
No,
I'm doing well though. How are you guys doing?
Yeah. What's up? Landon AFTV says Tyler Moggs over on Twitch. He does mog, actually. He's a mogging dude.
I think he's a little out of it at the moment.
Tyler's trying to get his shit together.
I'm still recruiting people. I'm still trying to find more heads.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Mr. Mister says he would, but he's driving an 18-wheeler, and apparently California and New York have CDL to gave CDL to 60,000 migrants. So it's rough lately. That's fair. That's fair. Castle, tonight we're doing things a little differently. I'd hope that we'd have 10 people here, but that's okay. If we only have 2 or 3, that's fine. So whoever wins tonight gets a crisp hundo electronically delivered.
Nice.
Yeah, isn't that rad? And
So
then,
if I'm the only one here, then I win. That's an automatic tub, right?
well, there are 2 other guys there that want that hundo, and so for the chat has donated right around $50. So we get another $50 in. I bump the payout $25. So,
all right.
So I know that Beth is online because her Discord rang and it says Mrs. Flow State. I don't know what that means, but I'll just.
Oh, it just means that she in a self promo. Yeah, she just put an ad there. I don't know that Beth is online. Beth, well, no. Let's see. No, that was yesterday. Yeah, I don't think Beth is online. I think she's probably sleeping.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So, Abe, how have you been? I haven't actually talked to you in maybe a month, man.
I'm good. I did I had family business stuff going on this last week, so I was gone on the road for like 4 or 5 days straight. And I was paying attention to all the craziness in the space.
Right.
I was communicating via Discord and watching people's panels and videos, and holy crap, So I addressed some of that this evening. You know me, Grid. I'm Switzerland. I didn't talk about people. I talked about the concepts that have to do with the situations.
Sure.
Talked about the natural state of nepotism, whether it's in the family or in the belief system or the ideology or the politics or whatever. When you have a relationship, it's based around your likeness with the other person, and when that is severed, you may sever the nepotistic connection, and when that happens, egos flare, and once egos flare, you have a back and forth battle that will ensue always. And so talked about it a little.
So Kim, before the storm, you can, if you have the guts, come on up and debate that. I will be perfectly happy to let that happen right now.
Don't even worry about it. I already wrecked him in the chat. Male cheerleading.
Oh, male cheerleading's not gay, bro. Like they got their hands all over.
Oh, come on, Grid. I thought you learned this by now. It's all gay in the end.
Is that what it is? See, I didn't know that. See, the thing is that if I could have made, did we have somebody drop off?
Yeah, Agrippa.
I think his mic may not be working. So the thing is that it's hard for me to call anything gay where you literally have your hands all over girls' asses all day. That I can't call that gay. I'm sorry. If you're fondling chicks all day and they're letting you do it,
I guess.
Okay.
I don't think that there's anything. I don't think bi exists. I think only gay exists because you can only be gay, not bi.
No, you're missing the mark once again. It's all gay in the end because those men are feeling joy at grabbing the ass. Either they're gay because they don't like grabbing the ass, or they're gay because they do like grabbing the ass. It's all gay in the end.
But that's not gay.
So wait, hold on.
Female ass.
I'm just saying this. Still waiting for an argument on why bodybuilding is not the gayest sport. I'm a professional bodybuilder. It is not gay, and I'll debate you on this.
Does it make you happy?
As the gayest sport.
Does it make you happy?
I like Abe's theory of all roads lead to Fire Island.
All roads lead to Fire Island. That's funny.
If it brings you joy, it brings you gayness. It brings you gaiety.
I would answer this, but Tyler just interrupted me. But go ahead.
I got you. Kim is being spared by the greatest mogger and debater, Tyler, right now. Kim, before the storm, You're welcome to come up and debate, please, sir. Waiting for a positive answer. Don't be scared. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, Abe, if your only example of gay is like the language distinction that changed culturally, yes, I am very happy when I compete in the sport.
What happened to the pearl?
If we look at definitions, gay by today's standards or culturally before the shift of happiness.
She had things to do, Emmett, but she'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to talk. We're going to do an in-depth. I'm going to do an in-depth interview, talk to her about all the gaming stuff that she does. And I didn't actually know that she was a lesbian. That makes a lot of sense. But I got it, Abe. So good there. It's the delivery, right? It's the delivery. It's just smooth, right? Yeah.
That was good. Just dry enough to be hilarious.
Yeah, she is a base lesbian, you know, like she's like women are nuts. Yeah. Were you here, Abe, when I asked her how she put up with all the raging bitches? She's like,
no, I wasn't here yet.
She was like,
That's funny.
Yeah, that was awesome. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. So where did what's his name go? Where did Kim before the storm go? There he is. Link. All right. Kim wants a link. The link is boom. There you go. Also, anybody that wants to debate. Now, the rules are, as I explained one last time, you cannot hide behind an avatar. If you're going to debate, you have to do it on camera. We have to be able to see you. Also, I won't let you up onto the panel unless you cam up. Because in this sphere, over the past 3 or 4 months, several people have been porn bombed. I don't need that nonsense in my life. I would just as soon never let you up again.
Wait, what does that mean, Grit? Porn bomb? What is that?
Somebody pops up and their profile becomes a video of.
Oh no!
Or people flashing the camera. Anything like that could happen.
Yeah. People flash the camera, or they. But usually it's a profile picture, like just your normal avatar. And Emmett is up in the house.
It's using the virtual camera to
Can you guys
display.
hear me okay?
Yeah, I get it now. I didn't know why anyone would want to
Yes.
do that.
Micropolis, we can hear you. You're a little quiet though.
Because my mic's not fucking working. Let me try this one more time. If
I hear you. No worries. We got time. Landon AFTV from Twitch says Abe Aura farming right now trying to look tough. I don't think he used to be a Marine, like an active duty Marine. You're always a Marine,
And rough.
Okay. I wasn't prepared for video, but I've done a lot of panels with no porn bombing in my history. That's what a porn bomber would tell me. I mean, let me dwell on that a second, my man.
Emmett, I'm really disappointed in you right now.
No, you're muted.
What?
You have you have your opinion,
Yes, we can.
and I respect your opinion, but you're black, so it's like half the weight anyway. So it's
Well, no, hold on real quick, because I was going to say you don't have the bird ASMR right now, but you're muted, so I stand corrected. Yeah.
They're there. It's late. They sleep at night. Marte.
Wake them up, bro.
I think I've talked to this guy before.
How am I going to debate Abe without the ASMR?
Kim before the storm, I got to be honest with you. I think I've talked to you before. So go ahead and hit the link, man. I'll let you up at least to talk. We may not do like an actual debate, but I'll let you up to talk. I think I've talked to you before.
I came
forget
here for one debate. Whoever wants to debate me gets me for one debate. Because that's the time I got right now.
You sound like a 304 right now.
I sound like a whore? Why?
Well, because your
You got
mic
me
is
for
like
one
really
time.
low.
I'm only here for an hour. What?
Just
Can you
got me
repeat that
one
again?
time.
What did? Wait, hold on. Repeat your whole diatribe again.
Yeah. That's fine. I agree.
I agree.
God,
Makes
this is
sense.
crazy. The first concession of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. All right, moving on.
For a moment, I thought you were just memeing around.
Okay,
I
Kim before the
realized-
storm. Hit the link. Come on up, man.
I now realize that you're not shit talking me. You're just being descriptive of my position. It's fine.
He's just being honest.
And you're talking about your positions, even more like a 304. Keep talking. This is crazy. The degeneracy continues.
Oh, you've never been in my channel. It's like
Yeah, Emmett, you little slut.
They do make him sing like
he is
messed up songs.
Nowadays, it's even worse. Like the degeneracy in my chat is incredible.
We hear you.
We didn't get
I
his
come up, I
entrance
talk about
music.
Christian values and all that, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck off. You seen Raining Man."
We didn't get Emmett's entrance music, by the way.
No.
Oh,
I have it. I have it.
I love to hear this.
So, Emmett, how do your birds like the cat chair?
To catch who?
The cat chair.
Oh, I don't know. I think my dog is the one that hates it. The birds are fine. Never let a girl
Kim,
pick
do
your
you
chair. Never
do you need
let a
the
girl
do you need
pick
the
your
link
chair.
again? I'm gonna actually
Yeah.
go ahead and drop the link again. That's fine.
They will troll you.
Yeah. You should probably pick your own chair if you're going to be sitting your ass in it.
It's an amazing chair though. I actually fell asleep yesterday on it. It's a great chair.
Why is Emmett's mic so low?
Oh, it's probably I need to talk closer to it. That's why. I need to be like right here in your ear. It's supposed to be because of the noise gate and all the crap, so that you don't listen to everything.
You just
Emmett, could you read the message from chat?
Yeah. Oh, that chair is adorable.
Okay, they did not make it better.
I think the
That
proper
doesn't make it
terminology is gay.
It makes me happy. That's enough.
The more Ebbet talks, the more of a
Told you.
304 he's becoming on this chat. I think Tyler would agree. Yeah.
That's surprising.
Doubling down on the degeneracy, Emmett. I like it. Nice.
Tyler going all out against gay people. I love it. Come
not
on.
against
Come
them,
out.
honestly.
Yeah,
I'm
come
making
on.
fun of
Huh?
them.
All out against the gays. I agree with you.
Those damn pillow biters, they disgust me.
Damn pillow biters.
Damn pillow, wow.
You did something great, Marte. You get a lefty to be like, yeah, fuck the gays. You know?
I am not a lefty. I am a left of center moderate, okay? I don't believe that dumb shit the lefties do. There's two genders and police are good.
We're talking about the gays, Taylor. It has nothing to do with the gender right now.
All right, we have
How many animals do you have over there?
guys,
You got
we
a
have,
zoo over there.
I got a zoo. I got.
Yeah,
my mom
you have
has-
a. So you have
guys,
dogs,
we have
birds, and you got
Kim.
me about to chimp out right now.
We have Kim before the storm. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you?
Hey there. Thank you. Is my audio okay?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
it's
you.
good.
Better than mine.
We can hear you now.
Awesome. Yeah, it's my first time going through the. Usually, it's everyone using StreamYard. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Just a
my
second longer,
computer's
but
not liking this.
Yeah, it needs
I'm
to
not
be
used to
on
this.
Chrome. It's always it really hates anything but Chrome.
That's what I'm using.
I'm on my phone. Yeah. Hopefully, it's working good.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't
Yeah.
give me an option. So.
Okay.
Cool. So bodybuilding is gay.
Bodybuilding is not gay.
I challenge you.
This is a highfalutin argument right here.
He's like,
Oh man.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, why is
Okay,
bodybuilding
so-
gay, Cam?
Do I
I'd love to hear
Am I
this.
starting the open? I guess I have the positive claim. So, it's a predominant, male bodybuilding. I mean, obviously there's female, so I'm just saying male bodybuilding specifically. It doesn't have a purpose other than to be judged by other men. It's basically a gay beauty contest. Is how I'd classify it.
That's your argument?
So there's no purpose. You're not displaying other than your physique, but your physique is really to just be judged by other men for other men to enjoy. So that's that. There's.
I hope that's not your best argument.
Well,
please tell me you have a stronger argument than this, because I'm
okay.
generate the shit out of this.
Okay, fair enough. I also this is subjective, but most women are not attracted to bodybuilders. They like men that are athletic or in shape, but once they cross that line into basically the typical steroid body, it becomes unattractive and is really more of a male obsession for perfection rather than something with a purpose. Purpose meaning like any sport, like there's no goal. You're not no time trial. Yeah, well.
Wait, hold on. Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done so I can begin my argumentation, my counter. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I mean, I really obviously it's off the cuff, so I'm fumbling, but I'm doing so it's historic. Its historic ties are to a homosexual culture. Historically, it's been, the sport itself has been like classified by like homophobic people as a gay sport. I don't know, just because of personal life, how many gay men, but it is a very while there is a masculine side, like I'm not going to say Arnold Schwarzenegger is, feminine. The men that observe and really enjoy it seem, are predominantly gay, and so that's really the gist of why I would say it's a gay sport. Is like it's the sport gays are most drawn to. So that with that, I'll yeah.
So is that the end of your argument?
I mean, opening. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, great. So you begin to tell me that it's something that women aren't attracted to. You would have to demonstrate that women aren't attracted to muscular men, and then you'd have to demonstrate how it's historically gay. When literally you'd have to show the motivation behind this. That's hard to prove. I think that motivation and I would say intention are the hardest things to prove in a debate. You've already kind of created kind of roadblocks already when you say this. So here's the thing though. This would be my argument. Bodybuilding isn't inherently tied to sexual orientation. To prove this is going to be a fool's errand because it's about discipline, aesthetics, and strength. When you say there's no purpose, we have the Mr. Olympia every single year in I think it's John Carper. So whatever it is, the Denzel Washington movie, when you see modern culture of people flexing this and that. So you'd have to say that Predator was gay because a supposedly gay Arnold Schwarzenegger was in there, but oh shit, you said that Arnold Schwarzenegger is not gay, so that refutes that. The pursuit of a chiseled physique is often driven by personal goals, not sexuality. You'd also have to prove this. Historically, bodybuilding's roots are in ancient Greeks' ideals of physical perfections, like statues of God and athletes, were about human personal experience, not romantic inclinations, which you'd have a hard time proving. Modern bodybuilding culture, with its focus on competition and self-improvement, draws men
Are you ChatGPTing me?
No, I'm
not reading something.
So all of this draws all these backgrounds that we see. So if you look at this, if you look at the judges, we could say that Sandy was a judge, right? She's the main judge from the Olympia. She judged contests that I've been in. And then not to mention this, modern bodybuilding culture has a focus that's not gay. So this gay stereotype that you see often stems from exaggerated media. So a lot of this is exaggerated on TV, cartoons, and stuff like that. Media portrayals of the sport's emphasis that we've seen. This is on posing, physique display. Half of the judges are female. So you then have to say that only half of the judges are saying that they like people. So if you judge somebody because you're critiquing a performance, you would have to say that judging a man's performance on how he poses is gay. That means that ballerinas who are males are also gay. And you'd have to say that figure skaters are also gay. And also swimmers who have to pose in the water when they do ballerina, whatever that acrobatic swimming is, are also gay. So now you're basically leaning towards almost half of the Olympic sports being gay. Athlete poses.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm almost done. Athletes that pose to showcase muscle definition, that doesn't signal attraction. When they're being judged, they're saying, okay, this is the effort that you put in for 6 months, and I'm judging you by this criteria. Sexual orientation is irrelevant to the grind of lifting, dieting, and competing. You'd have to relay this or show me how there's a functional equivalent to how dieting, lifting, and competing are gay. And I still haven't, I really want to hear this argument from you on how suffering is gay in bodybuilding.
So you strawmanned a couple of my arguments, just to use the classical debate reference. As far as I agreed that the bodybuilders themselves have more of an OCD component, and even the judges. I didn't say them. I said the audience, the people who are drawn to look at those physiques and appreciate them.
Half of them are women.
Are not the judges, you said, but not of people that watch it. I mean,
yeah, people that watch it, half of them are women.
Where are you getting that?
So I've been doing professional bodybuilding for a bunch of years, and then you can also look at the metrics of people who attend this. Well, you'd also have to prove this as well too, not just me. I don't want to use my anecdotal experience, but when I do look at this, it's like when I look at the audience, people bring their girlfriends to shows, they bring their wives and things like this. You'd have to understand that the kids that are drawn to the sport want to see superhuman physiques. They want to see people that they don't usually see. So then it's like, so who are we calling gay here? The kids that attend, the wives, the girlfriends, also the women. By the way, there's groupies there too. A lot of female groupies, by the way.
I mean, you brought up ice skating and what were the other ones? So and I was like, yeah, I'd say those are gay too. Like the men, ballerinas. Yeah, yes. Are you kidding? Yeah. Male ballerinas are like historically gay, and again, all of this is somewhat anecdotal. Like I don't know if either one of us can pull up stats. So if we can, if we want to, and do whatever. But I don't know if it's even available. But we know,
Can you demonstrate how a male battle arena is even gay? Can we get past that? How are they gay? Because they love posing. They love music.
It's a difficult thing to demonstrate. Now, I mean, it's like a society norm. Exactly. But I mean, yeah. What would I need to do? Like, bring up videos, and then we would kind of. Like in my opinion, I think it'd be easy. Well, I see how it's hard to prove in this debate, but I don't. Argument. Yeah, and I agree. That'd be a bad, I mean, yeah, no, this is good. I'm glad I did this because it's like I had the initial, like, of course, it's oiled men. There's no metric that's objective, like a time trial or anything like that. That's where I was going with. The purpose of it is really just to show how good looking you are to a predominantly male audience, and that. Well,
it's not predominantly male. You'd have to demonstrate that. That's just an assertion. You'd have to demonstrate that somehow.
Fitness, I mean, male bodybuilding. It's again, you're right because I'm like, all the conversations, like we hear people bring it up and hear women talk about it, but yeah, in this argument, for me to be able to prove that.
But here's the defeater. I didn't bring this up, but here's the defeater. There's also female fitness competitors, female bodybuilders. There's also the other component, which defeats your argument, because if you were to say that only one component is gay, what about the others? Then that means that you're creating a false binary here, by the way. And you're saying that, okay, only one side's gay. What is the other side? It's like, so that's
no, I didn't guess that. I said it was male only. I don't think there, even though I do think, and again, I'm going to refine this and come back. I'm not giving, even if I lose, I'm not giving up on it. But that being said, I don't think there's the same percentage of female homosexual attraction to the female fitness side as there is to the male homosexual attraction to the male bodybuilder side. I'm only saying male bodybuilding. Well, yeah, bull dykes, but they're usually not in shape. And the women that are in fitness competitions, honestly,
There are so many of them in the fitness industry. It's crazy, bro. So many. A lot of lesbians in the fitness industry too.
I almost feel like you're making my argument from something I'm not aware of.
Right.
So
I'm
if
just
the
saying,
female side is predominantly like you're saying they're all over there, wouldn't that also transfer over to the male side?
Right.
Like, why would they be different?
I can actually concede that there is a gay audience on that side, but that doesn't mean that the sport necessarily is gay. Because I can say that there's gay people that love the NBA. It doesn't mean that the NBA or pursuit of basketball is gay. Because here's the thing, though, you'd have to say that a sport and lifestyle focused on physical discipline, strength, and the aesthetics would be tied to sexuality somehow. And that's going to be the part of your argument that's hardest to even, I think that's why it's a bad argument. You'd have to tie that self-improvement is the equivalent of like a sexual identity somehow.
Well, I would argue that the hypermasculinity inherently kind of brings a gayness to it because it's like shifting the Overton window of masculinity so far over that it kind of precludes normative attractions.
Okay. Marte, I'm going to give you I'm going to have you respond, and then I'll let Kim have the last word, and
we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. So go ahead.
So if you look at the sport of strongman, which I've also competed in too, I've also competed in
Not gay, though. Oh, sorry.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Those people also transfer into pro bodybuilding as well, too. And if you look at it, these are some of the best bodies on the planet. I mean, you're talking about Magnus Carlsen, people like that. We've also had people that have transferred over into pro bodybuilding. Mind you, I don't know if you've ever seen a Super League pro card before, but there's only like 20 people in the world that have this. I beat a world record holder twice. But if we think about it, it's like I've also started off with from this because I had an amazing physique, and also I can transfer it to a different sport. It's a hard thing to prove and demonstrate that my self-improvement is tied to some form of sexuality. And then when you say it's hyper-masculine, you would say that self-improvement in anything's hyper-masculine, because if you think about it, basketball players shoot hoops because they need 3-pointers, 2-pointers. For bodybuilding, the equivalent of 2-pointers is like 2 inches on my bicep. So you'd have to say that the metrics don't really make sense. You can't time to sexuality, and it's impossible. It's a fool's errand to try to do that, and I'll concede my time. That's it.
All right, go ahead, Kim.
So, while all sports carry an element of physical admiration, bodybuilding stands out as like the most inherently homosexual due to its core focus on basically oiled, near nude male bodies paraded for mostly male judges. There was something I didn't bring up, but while it is a gay culture, it also has an inherently homophobic element to it, which does tie into the masking of homosexuality in that it has a hyper homophobic element on one end, but yet it's parading the male body in what some would claim is an openly, erotic homosexual way. Like, as in they're not lifting the weights on stage, they're not demonstrating what they did to get there. It's all about just the aesthetics, which that I would say is where the classic homosexual part comes in. Thank you. I appreciate the win.
Okay. All right. So, do we want to judge that one, or was this just all?
I'd love any feedback.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind.
I wasn't paying the most attention to it. I was having I was listening. I just wasn't critically judging on that level. But from what I heard or listened to, I felt like Marte kind of offered up good enough counter arguments to at least keep his position defended. Especially different examples of different sports being more gay. Kind of wish you would have brought up MMA and how you got two guys in their underwear rolling around hugging each other. That's pretty fucking gay if you ask me. Yeah. So I think you successfully defended bodybuilding. When I was at the gym today putting up 275 on that flat bench with these big old fucking 27-inch pythons, I didn't get no erection, but I definitely got some erections wrestling with guys in gym class. So wrestling would be pretty gay too.
No, TMI.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I definitely didn't need to know that.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm going with Marte on this one. He successfully defended himself.
Anyone else?
Sure. It sounded like you had some information in there, Kim. I think that if you had better structuring of your arguments, like typically whenever you have some of the best arguments, you'll have a claim, evidence, and how it impacts people, right? And
Sure,
like
yeah.
whenever you're doing speed debates, it's hard to have like data, but
Yeah, I blanked on. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, that's fine. If you can have even like a generalized something that people generally understand, something like I don't know, maybe like we see football players smacking each other's ass all the time, or something that people actually see, something that they can reference. That'll touch the audience a little bit better, and the impact. Like you're seeing the impact whenever a football player is smacking another football player's ass. It looks kind of gay, right? You're good, Aggie. So I think that would give you stronger arguments. I think when you had your opening, generally openings work best if you can put like an objective type format to it, so that you've got like your points written out and you can just go point to point to point to point to point. It makes it a little easier to kind of flow. And whenever you're reading it and you're explaining it, it has a tendency to keep you on point also, so that later on during the debate, if somebody comes back to one of your points, you can reference any data you've got that's written near it, or something like that, so it flows more fluidly, gives you a more command look whenever you're doing the argument in the audience's eyes. I do think Marte had a whole lot of information that he's already dove into on this. So, and him sitting at his computer, I'm sure gave him a little bit of an advantage of that, so that he could reference that information. And so on this one, I do think he did a little bit better on that.
Yeah, I felt like he had a neural plant the way he was rattling that shit off.
He's probably made the argument.
I go on tangents. Yeah, I go on tangents sometimes.
But no, it was good. I mean, I didn't. It was obviously unprepared, and I don't use it as an excuse. I knew I probably wouldn't do too great, but I absolutely appreciate the honest discourse, and will improve my argument and come back to have a
okay.
I really was it cleaner? That was really great feedback. I see other people do it, and then you get in here and start talking, and it is very difficult to keep things organized in your head. Yeah, I would absolutely need something.
Yeah, my bad. I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have. I probably should have given you better feedback too, but I'm a dumbass.
No, it's all good. This isn't fun.
Well,
I mean, I can hang out.
You know what this really was?
A beatdown.
It felt like the gayest debate I've ever heard in my life.
There's a lot of gay. There's a lot of gay and a lot of cope. As a matter of fact, there was so much cope.
The cope was strong in this one.
Yeah, I apologize. I missed about half of that.
The cope that it's not gay?
Could go either way.
Could
go either way. It's
Something
okay. It's okay to cope every once in a while. Look, it's it's a drug. You can use it. It's fine.
Something
I
that I like about how
he said, "Thanks for the win." I was like, "Okay, hey, I'll give you a point for confidence for sure."
Yeah, absolutely. That was actually baller. $5 came in from.
If there's anything I've learned, it's the worse you do, the more you declaim a victory, right?
Yeah. All right. So $5 comes in from Fuck It Button, proving that your physical training is effective in competition to beat other men off is definitely not as gay as beating them off with your mouth. Wow.
He just said all of this is gay for debating. Crazy.
Wow. Man.
I think this is confirmation that I was correct. It was the gayest debate.
Somebody hit the fuck it button.
I did hit the button. That was me, because you should be entertained. That was fucking raw.
Well, since we're doing a fuck around there a little bit, I got a bone to pick with Emmett. I think Emmett's a bitch, and he needs to clean his room.
Emmett's a bitch. Okay. Can Tyler release his mewing?
Why? Because I have boxes.
What the fuck is a mewing schedule? I don't know what that is. Help me out with that one. Okay. Bones to pick. Oh wait, Agrillipus is not gone yet. I'm very sorry, sir.
Yeah, you will have to have some evidence that I need to clean my room, which means that you will have to come to my house and see my room, which I'm not gonna do. It's gonna that's the gayest thing you can do.
Oh yeah, I apologize.
I'm not letting you into my room, Taylor.
Hey, Emmett, let Agrillipus give his verdict. I got too carried away with all the gay.
It's all good as long as you can hear me. For some reason, my boom mic won't work with whatever we're using here, and I'm using Chrome. But anytime I try to change it, it doesn't work, and then I have to back out and come back in. So I don't know if anybody knows a quick fix for that or had that happen before. But as long as I sound okay, I guess I'll use this for now. But I missed about half of it because of that. I apologize.
It wasn't a serious debate. It was just,
didn't seem like it. No offense.
Well, Kim, if this is your first time coming up and being over here, Grid kind of has this setup going of kind of teaching people to debate better and whatnot. And he's been doing this for a little while, and it's a pretty cool thing. It's part of the reason why I like being over here is because I want people to get better with their arguments so that we have more guys out there being able to have the conversations, the arguments, things like that, so we can get that rhetoric out there and people learn, people learn both sides.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't caught a lot of it, but I've noticed it. And I do like that Grid has a different format than a lot of the other people. It seems a little more organized and with the judges giving feedback is definitely kind of more something that's interesting to me rather than just all the chaos.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I thought Tomfoolery was going to oh, there he's typing now. So I was kind of letting that drag out a little bit. So what is it? Is there beef between Tyler and Emmett?
Oh.
Yeah. What's up, Emmett?
Okay.
I don't reply to ex-girlfriends, okay?
What's up, Emmett? Look at the floor.
That was gay. I'm going to be honest. That was solidly in the gay. That was solidly in the gay.
Who was that, Castle?
Yeah, Castle.
Who was that?
That's my fiance. Coming back from a night out.
Well, you send her my best, all right?
I will.
You tell her that you're a damn fine human. We all like you.
Well, if Emmett ain't got nothing, then I got a bone to pick with Abe, too. I just don't know what it is yet. Come on, someone come at me. I'm ready. I came in here to fight tonight. I didn't know I was going to have to judge.
Yeah.
All right, Tomfoolery says that he yelled at Fatty too much and his voice is gone, so he'll come back maybe next week. That's all. That's all good.
It do be that way sometimes.
Right,
I was
especially
looking
on
for
Fatty's panel.
So,
I mean,
you got someone on your over here saying that I would get crushed by Tyler.
Oh
my gosh!
Oh yeah, come on. Public schools are a general 100% good for the United States, and private schools would see us.
You know what? Tyler wants to throw the hand so hard tonight.
We have Abe, we have Marte, whoever. We can just do this.
Give me the most right-wing judges. I don't care. It's going to be such an ass whooping that they're going to have to say I won, even if they disagree.
Yeah, are you gonna go with the same thing? I don't know what vouchers are, and you didn't give me an argument.
No. I gave you that debate as much as it pained me to vote for you and vote against what I like.
What you like?
We on the board? Come on, I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go. I'm not running away. Let's go.
He's not running away. All right. All right. Well, I mean, let's go. I'm not going to time this one. I'm just going to let you guys
let's go, man. I want to hear this.
Go ahead. Who's opening?
Me. I'm the affirmative.
You're the affirmative. What's the topic again? Just so I know.
Public schools are the better for the United States than private.
All right, we'll go.
All right. So if we look at why nations fail, we can see that inclusive economic institutions are what prop up a nation. What makes a nation rich and wealthy is the largest pool of people to select from for these highly specialized jobs. Public schools ensure universality. So in order to have that universality in place, we need a government structure around it. We don't get that from private schools. We never had the funding in the first place, which is why we got the public schools in the first place. That all being said, when you have more people, instead of just learning how to be their dad's farmhand and growing up to be a farmer, they have the chance to become a scientist. We have 1,000 more cures for cancer come out. We have all sorts of different inspiring technological revolutionary machines to come out to make our lives better. Schools being public creates universality. Universality creates more opportunity. That's what rises up us above every other country. Done.
Okay. Well, it's very simple. First off, when you talk about universality, most of the other
Sorry, Emmett. I was playing a sound effect over. Can you start? I apologize. I was
playing
fucking
a
with
sound
Tyler.
effect for Tyler with that weird.
I was fucking
statement.
with Tyler because that was. I just wanted to fuck with Tyler.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
So when we're talking about universality and you're talking about how it make America best, you would have to demonstrate that is the case because a ton of countries, in fact, most countries have supposed universal mandated schooling that is part of their government. The other part is you said that we don't have the funds to do it privately. Where do you think the government gets the funds? It has to get it from taxes, which means the people are the ones paying for it. In other words, people have the capacity to pay for schooling and they can choose. So all you're taking away is their capacity for them to choose the school that they want for their kids. And the last thing is you have to demonstrate that it does not. Well, you talk about the capacity of the state or why they fall. The states fall mostly because of corruption, and one of the things that create the most amount of corruption is government institutions, and those are extremely badly run. For example, the education department.
All right.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. All right. I'm not doing the timer thing here. Just you guys go at it. I'll yell at you if I feel like you're going too long.
Call my opening week and then you squat down and plop out that fucking disgusting post Taco Bell turd on me, and that's what you call a strong fucking opening?
Well, in Czechoslovakia we have universal schooling too, you know, but Czechoslovakia is like a shit ass country, so when you make your opening statement about how universality makes it all better. Well, I've been in Czechoslovakia, and in Czechoslovakia, it pretty much sucks due to corruption.
I was arguing public schools versus private schools, not public schools versus the best situation human beings have ever seen in unprecedented territory. We can look at public school mandates where most people go to school and see literacy rates through the roof, and then we can look at places that don't have public school, like in Africa, where we see IQ significantly lower. We see people that don't know how to read, don't know how to do math, don't know how to do basics. That being said, we can see failures. Well, I mean, do they mandate school? They have a high literacy rate. They have a high literacy rate, even if it is authoritarian otherwise.
What about Cuba? Do you think Cuba, because they can read, they're having the best time of their life? I mean, they have public schooling.
No.
Oh, so why is Cuba not one in your 100 top countries ever? If it's
because they're not a capitalist
how
nation. We're just talking about schools. We're not talking about the greater picture. There's a lot.
But that would be a way
because they're the only anti-American power in the Western Hemisphere where we completely dominate and they're completely secluded and embargoed off, and we completely.
What about Cuba? If you're talking about the domination,
there's a lot of reasons why it's not just an education system. It's
if you're talking about the domination due to a schooling system, you would have Cuba should have that kind of domination because of their schooling system, right? Why not?
No, I gave you a reason already, because they're the only anti-American country in the Western Hemisphere. They are embargoed off. They are completely sanctioned off. They are unable to do trade. They're stuck in the 1960s because they're completely sanctioned away from the rest of the world.
Do you think they have an embargo to trade with the United States? They can trade with almost any other country, and they do. And in fact, they have the most amount of trade with the United States anyway. So You still have to demonstrate why is it that this country is unable to go to the top of to be the top dog when they have universal education and they have literacy rates according to them of 100%.
I don't need to demonstrate that because we were talking about how this is good for the United States, and if you go to another country and say, well, this other country has different circumstances, it's like this. In the United States, it's good because it employs universality. When you make it enforced by law, it does to the best of its ability. When you make it enforced by law, and somebody has to go to school, that's how you get universality.
I can get vouchers with private school, and that would make universality too, and that would be
if it wasn't mandated by law, then it wouldn't be.
Yeah, vouchers mandated by law. It's fine. We do the vouchers thing, and it's all private schools, and it will be completely. It could be to the best of the ability, right?
You're right, but then we have a different problem. If we want to go that route, then we have to talk about the scale of without the government to oversee. All we have there is you're building.
Without the government telling you what to think, you cannot have a good thinking.
To oversee, let me finish my thought here. You're building up what's called an aristocracy, where the rich people just fund their schools, and then the rest of us get shit schools that have nothing. The government takes in that tax money, and you seem confused about
now. And it's even worse because
money from people. But what they take in is tax money from the more wealthy people, and they redistribute it to the less wealthy people to ensure that everybody has adequate schooling. That ensures us a larger pool of people that have literacy, math rates, they can go into college.
That is happening now, Tyler. That's happening right now.
The person that could cure cancer could be sitting on a farm right now, and under your system, they would just be the next farmhand of their daddy's farm. Under my system,
it's very unlikely. You're coping about this, okay? It's very unlikely. It's not the case. What you're saying, and in fact, it doesn't matter if you have vouchers and you can send the kid to whatever private school you want. That same kid that is in the farm can go to a private school.
I don't understand.
Right now, what we have is sections. So it's section of
you say they have to go to a school, but you don't want the government involved in it. They could just say they could just set up a one room thing. You go in, you learn math for 10 minutes. You sign a piece of paper. That's it.
The only part I want the government involved in schooling is because we want a flag and we want to be nationalistic and we want to have a culture that is shared. That's it. That's the reason why we want it.
Doesn't matter here.
I don't want it to tell me what to think.
Is what's best for the country. What's best for the country is to ensure as many people have an adequate
you have to
education.
Demonstrate that public schooling is best than even the voucher system.
To make sure that kids go to school and to make sure the system is adequate. The only way to do that is to have a legal structure backing it. You're arguing that we should have private schools with no legal structure. They could teach something that's completely not true and be zero oversight.
I know that you don't like to have comparisons, but the best schools in the world are made out of the voucher system anyway. Okay? So I don't understand why. Yeah,
the voucher system can work with public schools as well. The voucher system just means
it can't.
Yes, it does. It can.
No, it doesn't. Do you understand why it can't work with public schools?
No. What's being proposed in the United States right now can work with public schools. Yes, you can take that voucher.
All right. You guys are starting to
go to a different school.
You're just making more bureaucracy in that case.
It doesn't matter. It still
you're
works.
just making more bureaucracy. It's like you're taking money out, put it on a bureaucracy that you're paying for, and then you're paying that bureaucracy again.
Emmett, make a final statement, and then I'm going to let.
Well, as we saw, there was no actual way that he could prove that his idea of a public system is better. He talked about universality, which I counter with the idea of the voucher system. When I try to see what was the best or what was the capacity of the schooling system, I try to see it against another country that has this kind of universality. What we saw is that it doesn't really matter. It's not because of it that the country is better. We use Cuba, but we use Cuba, but you can use Mexico. You can use almost all of Latin America. We can use almost all of Asia. So in reality, we see a lot of claims about why is it better, but we don't see any proof about it. And I would just like to know why is it that the voucher system, in accordance to him, will not be universal, and he was not able to even prove that. So that would be it. Thank you so much.
All right, go ahead.
Well, unfortunately, Emmett missed one of the two criteria there because universality and an adequate education were the 2 points there. The private school system would not reach the adequacy. That's what I addressed there multiple times that he didn't have a response for. That's why he got confused and kept going back to universality. It's because the two parts of that argument might have confused him a little bit. But going into what I was actually saying, this universality that needs to be mandated by law, the structure needs to be mandated by law, and the attendance needs to be mandated by law. That ensuring that all people get an adequate education. When that happens, we have more people in the pool to become scientists, doctors, and all sorts of other things. If we limit that education, if we make sure don't make sure schools are adequate because we have an irrational fear of government phobia, then all we are doing is making our country worse off. And I don't think I got a single answer for that. All we talked about is why communist Cuba isn't as successful as the United States. So if you saw that as a silly cop-out like I did, then easy W.
All right. Well, let's hear from Cleaner.
That was close. Y'all both had really strong openings, and you had good claims, evidence, and an impact to a lot of the claims that you were making in each of the openings. You both got a 6 on your openings. Throughout the debates, y'all were going at it tit for tat. I think on this one, it was so close. The only thing that really made a little more of a difference was it did look like Tyler had a little more control of it. So I think the audience would be more on Tyler's side with it as far as that's concerned. It was really good, though.
And let's go to Tyler. Oh, wait, Tyler's a judge. Who's judging?
No, that's fine. I'll judge.
No. How about a grillopus? And I need a third judge, actually.
Well, so what's interesting is halfway through my note taking, I did write the exact same thing that Cleaner just said. Tyler did kind of command the conversation, but other than that, I mean, you guys were fucking tit for tat. That was tough. But I got to give it to Tyler as well. He commanded it a little bit better. But there was some things that I was like, why isn't he saying this? And then same way around, and I'm like, okay, never mind.
All right, Abe, give your opinion
without a mute.
No, he's just Abe Lincoln contemplating. This is
a tough one. It was tough. Yeah. You guys were close, man. You were on each other's ass for the most part.
Emmett's turning off his camera to cry.
Yeah, I'm just
struggling. Cry. I'm struggling to decide, honestly.
That's a cute chair, though, Emmett.
That's a what?
A cute chair.
Thank you so much. It was picked by a girl, so
cat,
I made a mistake
because it's got cat ears.
I kind of feel like Tyler was trying to pull data, like at the very least his perception of what is, but I don't think he has any justification for what his idea was. And so, like, you can make the claim that this is true, but you don't know what it would look like any other way. And so I felt like Emmett was coming with, like, this is just so. And yours was like, but if this was this, then this would be that. And so it's better. That's how I felt. But I didn't listen as closely as I should have because I didn't know I was going to be judging.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize about that. I didn't realize that we needed a third judge. It's okay. And this isn't for I mean, this is just for funsies anyway. Emmett, your mic hurt you. That's why your mic was very quiet, and so it made it appear like Tyler's mic is very good and loud right now, and so it really made it sound like that you were in a weaker position than, or you weren't as aggressive as Tyler was to me, because you both had good arguments. You both know your material. You both presented it well. I mean, honestly, it was just, I think that basically what everyone has said so far is it came down to presentation, and Tyler seemed like he was more in control. Honestly, I felt like you had the better argument, and I probably would have gone your direction, but I think that the perception is that Tyler had more control, and he was quite boisterous at points. Tyler is feeling his oats in debate these days, so kudos to him.
Yeah, and that could have been a mic thing. I will say that it could have been a mic thing to where, he just seemed to overpower the sound of Emmett.
He's just soft. That's all. He's soft.
See?
Well, I think there was a little bit of over talking, but when I'm talking about like command of the argument, it's like Tyler kept it in the realm that he wanted it to be at for the most part. I did see Emmett try to like move it over, like when they were talking about the different states, like Emmett decided, okay, well, let's go to Cuba. Let's talk about Cuba. I mean, if you're going to bring in all these other places outside America, and so he did try to like veer it over in a direction that he could start refuting a little bit better. And I saw like the command side of it though. Tyler kept pulling it right back to where he wanted it to be for his
I was
argument.
doing an internal critique of him, so I'm not trying to
Sure.
make an argument of the thing. I was just like, okay, we can go with the argument that he's making because it's an internal critique of his worldview, and I don't have to. I didn't post any argument. If you actually look at the whole thing, it was in my opening statement, we're just refuting his opening statement, and all of my arguments were questions over his idea. It's like, well, we have a state here that has universal education. If you're talking about how universal education is propping up the state, why is this country not a top dog? And that was like the whole point. That's why I didn't move the conversation somewhere else. I was just going through his claims and making an internal critique of his claims.
Yeah.
But I understand how it might look like, so it's fine on my end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your mic's still pretty much on the low side.
I know. Okay. I need to go because I'm fighting that, and I need to create a bunch of things, and I'm learning about a bunch about audio to my chat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you got to stay now. You're here. You're locked in. You can't leave. What are you talking
Well, guys, I stepped on the scale and I'm 1 pound lighter. Thanks for welcoming me back to the chat.
That's incredible.
Did you take a dump?
Incredibly.
Man.
Good job, Marte. I hope it all went well.
It's tough. I think I won that debate too. So it's really rough.
You won that debate?
Yeah. I mean, if you got to grab your ankles and rock, it's a pretty tough debate to win. You know, it's just really rough, bro. So, yeah.
I always, there's a person here that is just a tweaker, and he tweaked a lot, and then he had to leave, and I have to rock. I had to take the spot.
Yeah, man.
I have to reason with the tism. It's how it works.
By the way, since we're talking about it, if you've never been to Japan, go to Japan and just use their toilets. It's fucking fantastic. Like, it's the best part of Japan. Their toilets are amazing.
That's
All right,
I came here to use the toilet. Thank you.
All right. So since it seems like tomfoolery's bowed out, we've had basically everybody that really said, "Oh yeah, I want to be there." Hell yeah. They've all said, "We're tired, whatever." They're lame, and so I don't even know where Anson Knowles is. He should be here, but he's not. That's all right.
Yeah, out of my 5 people, only 1 showed up this week.
Yeah, it's really weird. That's all right though. So let's go ahead. I mean, we'll just we've got 3 solid debaters, 4 with Emmett. We've got judges. Kim, unfortunately, you can't play the game, but you're welcome to stay up on stage and listen. I'm ready to go. You guys ready to go? Emmett, do you seriously need to go? I mean,
not really. I can stay. I'm just working on audio problems on my end, and then I have to do the short and the video for tomorrow. So I was like, that's why I said I don't have that much.
I mean, if you have to go, that's cool. I was being facetious earlier.
No, I can stay. I just stay late a little bit.
All right. Who wants to go first, and who do you want to fight? Abe wants to go first. Right out of the go. Kim left. That's all right. Abe wants to go first. Who do you want to fight, Abe?
I don't care.
You don't
Just
care?
throw me against somebody.
Who wants to fight Abe? Who feels like taking down an ex-president?
I don't know. I was on his plantation earlier, so I don't know if I can speak for
Can we get a John Wilkes Booth up in this bitch?
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good.
I don't mind as long as it's a good topic. I just care about the topics more than anything.
What, Castle, it's funny because you just sit there really quietly and you're always like the last person to get a debate. And I feel bad for you on that one. So let's have you and Abe go at it. I'm going to just stick everybody back in the back. Not you, Abe. You got to stay.
Okay, good luck. Let's do this.
Good luck, guys.
All right.
We'll get Castle up here, and it's gonna be this is gonna be a good time.
Should be fun.
Yeah, that should be awesome. What do you guys want to debate?
I'm kind of whatever. Let's do it. Just pick something.
Yeah. The way that I'm doing tonight, I'm doing something a little different. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to figure out your topic and your positions. And if not, I'm just going to assign you one and assign you your positions.
Okay. I have a topic if you're interested. Just because it's been in the news, I'm not sure how closely you watch basketball, but there's a whole gambling ring that was found that a head coach and players were part of. So I don't know where your stances are on even legalized gambling, but that's a topic that I'd be willing to discuss.
I'll say in modern times, my take on professional sports is it might be the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I think he was talking about sports gambling.
I know he was, but I don't watch or pay attention to any of it because...
Well, just gambling in general. It doesn't have to be... Well, I guess...
Okay, is it wrong?
Well, would you say that the way that sports gambling is set up today is fine or should be more regulated, heavily regulated? Because that's something I would take a position on, but I don't know how you feel about it.
I think there should be no regulation.
Okay. I would definitely argue against that.
All right. Sounds like we got a debate. Who believes that there's, so Castle, you believe there should be regulation. He believes there should not. You have the affirmative. Get your thoughts together and let me know when you are ready to go at it.
Yeah, I'm ready. Whenever.
Yeah, just start talking.
Okay, cool. So yeah, my position is that there should be much more regulation in the sports gambling or even legal gambling space of what they've done in today's day with the apps right now. All the major apps, some of them offer casino-like games as well. But there should be more regulation against them. I'm not pro banning per se, but I believe that it's led to a degradation of society. I feel like it has been marketed to barely legal teenagers who, when they turn 18, they can basically gamble any and all their money away. It's basically targeted to kids who are watching football games now. Even if they can't legally gamble, they will think of it as a positive when they are legally able to gamble, or lead them to illegally gambling offshore. So I feel like the way that it's been marketed, the way that it has been ruining sports and athletes themselves who get involved, has been a detriment to the leagues, sports leagues, and to society itself.
You had 3 seconds left. That's awesome. Abe, whenever you're ready, just start talking.
Okay. So I would say that I don't think that you should have any organization in a place to tell people how and when they can and cannot use their money. It seems funny to me that we would say we need to regulate this thing rather than teach people self-discipline and keep them from learning to exhibit these kinds of behaviors. If we're going to regulate the spending of money on gambling, can we just regulate the spending of money on all things? Let's just step in and regulate how you spend your money on all things in all economies at all times. I think this is just putting the government or any organization over the top of your finances, which is completely reckless when it comes to your self-determination as a person.
All right. That's awesome. You had 20 seconds left. Very good. All right. 5 minutes on the clock. You guys just start talking. I'll start the timer at the end of the 5 minutes. I'll bring everybody up and let you finish what you're saying, and then we'll vote. All right? Sound good? Cool. Good. All right. Cool.
Sure.
Let's start talking.
So in which ways would you be okay with the government regulating your spending?
So I think that's a bit of a not the way I would frame it, because the government isn't telling you exactly what to do, because you would still be allowed to gamble. But in this case, if we had better regulations, let's say if you were somebody who is losing thousands of dollars a day, and the gambling app, because of a government regulation, said you can only bet, $100 a day or $500 a day, I think that's better for you as a person, because you obviously can't control how much money you're losing, and it could be affecting your mental health,
Sure.
which is bad.
Okay, but say you're having a party at your house and you're going to buy the liquor for the entire party. That's a regulated substance. What if you went to the liquor store and they said you're only allowed to spend $100 on liquor per day, so you cannot purchase this amount of liquor for your party?
Well, we tell
how would you feel about that?
We do tell people how much they're allowed to drink, right? Drinking and driving is illegal.
Drink, but not purchase. There's a difference in this.
If you're purchasing alcohol, right, and you're getting drunk off of that alcohol that you're purchasing, that's going to lead to illegal activities. We've already seen how that happens, right? If you're purchasing $100 of alcohol, I mean, are you not going to drink that?
That could only happen in the bar, right? They're only going to cut you off from how much alcohol you can continue to purchase whilst you are inside of that establishment where it's imbibed. However, you could purchase the alcohol, take it home, and drink as much as you'd like. So I would ask again,
right? So,
which things are you okay with that type of regulation?
Even in your private home, if you drank a handle of vodka, it's not going to lead to a lot of great decisions. And we've seen how much drinking has harmed people. And I think this goes back to gambling too. It's an addictive activity. I'm talking about, you're saying that the government is overregulating what people can do. Well, the government does this with a lot of different legal activities. The government says that you can't use heroin because that's illegal, or you can't sell it or distribute it. So it's not that the government is telling, it's not trying to harm you. It's actually trying to save you from destructive behavior. And I think gambling is one of those destructive behaviors. So I think
I don't think it's the government's job. I don't think it's the government's job to protect you from yourself. I think it's the government's job to protect you from foreign nations. It's its job to protect you from maybe large corporations. It is not its job to protect you from yourself.
The government doesn't and will never be 100% perfect, right? You can still do drugs, and you can still gamble and find illegal ways to gamble offshore if you wanted to. You can still find illegal ways to obtain drugs or alcohol if you wanted to. So these are just ways that the government is using their powers to limit destructive behavior as far as they can go. But if you want to find a legal way to do something, you always can.
Well, then what's the point in regulating the gambling specifically? I mean,
that's like the same thing of like, what's the point of any law? It's like, oh, well, what's the point of wearing a seatbelt if or not wearing a seatbelt if it's
it feels like a frivolous way to add more people to the payroll to make sure that this watching and checking on your use of your own money for a particular choice of venue. And so to me, that's like, okay, where's the line? Because if you're saying we can make lines, then you can make lines anywhere. You can make them for no reason at all. You can make them for a justified reason that's really not justified. You could regulate everything out of existence.
Well, I'll say this then. I think when it comes to not adults, like kids, I think that's where I would draw the line and I think where most people would draw the line. And I think the way it's marketed toward kids is not healthy. And I think they can get involved with gambling later in life because of that. It's the same thing with advertising, smoking, right? We can't do that on TV.
How old do you have to be to have an independent bank account?
I don't know.
You have 16? To be 18.
18.
I think you have to be 18 to hold a bank account by yourself in the United States. So my question would be, which children have a bank account and are gambling?
Well, a lot of kids are using their parents' credit cards. Honestly, that's how they get involved too. They're stealing.
And whose responsibility is that? Is that the government's responsibility or the parents' responsibility?
Well, I think in that case that the parents have to be better parents for sure. But the point is that they're getting involved in gambling. It's not coming out of thin air and they're like, oh, I want to gamble today.
So we should regulate the economy because parents can't be good?
No, we should regulate how gambling companies are able to market themselves towards kids.
Right, but this is just like any argument. Like this is exactly like the gun safety arguments and stuff like that. Like there's bad people doing bad things, or there's people doing bad things because of bad reasons. So let's regulate everyone for the people that are having a struggle or the people who have done a wrong thing. And so I think that this is the wrong course to take. I think teaching money management and self-discipline and better usage is the solution compared to regulation.
All right, gentlemen, that is time. That was actually really good. You guys did a great job. Welcome, Barefoot in Alaska. Good to see you. All right, let's go with Cleaner first.
I thought that was pretty good. They were tit for tat for the most part. Openings they were both fairly strong in. Neither one of them gave like an exemplary super opening, but both of them had pretty decent openings. So they scored evenly there through the meat and potatoes. They both presented claims and a little bit of evidence and some of the impact of how that would relate to people in general. I think that overall, Abe had just a little bit more command of the argument as well. As one more point right there at the end, he got to get in before the end of the timer. So I think Abe got this one.
Okay, Tyler.
I do feel like Abe had more control over this. I just don't feel like any of his arguments really penetrated Castle.
Dude, your mic is echoing like crazy.
How's that? Is that a little better? Better? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, way better.
So I think that Abe had a lot more command over the debate. I just don't feel like any of the points were really landing. Every time he tried to make a point, he would hit you with something to argue back at it. A lot of what he was arguing was that with these more volatile actions, we put laws in place to stop. And three times you just said, I don't think that's how it should be, and then kind of moved on to the next point. It's like, I don't mean to be rude, but like, who gives a fuck what you think? You know, like you got to make an argument there. And like, I think it happened 2 to 3 times. I heard that when he made his point there, and I get that's part of your argument as a whole. I just didn't hear a proper refuting to that, meaning I don't think that your arguments broke through his defensive wall enough to say that they were completely refuted. But yeah, you smacked him around in terms of control of the debate. Absolutely. I just don't feel like any attacks sunk deep enough to win.
All right.
And lastly, Agrippas.
Yeah, of course, I'm going to be some tiebreaker here. But I got to say, man, it's like, although like personally, I do agree with a lot of what Abe said. There was a few things that he said that just got like instantly refuted by Castle. Like one of them was like, people are always going to find a way to do something, even if you regulate it, and because Castle should be regulated, and then Abe was kind of like, what are you going to regulate it out of existence, kind of thing. It's like, no, but regardless, we could still regulate it. And then the like bank account thing, and it's like kind of started to stray off the main point of sports gambling, because that was the topic, I believe. So we talked about a bunch of different stuff, but the few things we talked about sports gambling, I mean, I think Castle kind of had it with the points he was throwing back, because I mean, it is true. Like every time, like I said, I agree with a lot of what Abe said, also a lot of what Castle said, but every time Abe threw a shot, Castle was like wham right back, and I was like, God damn. So I got to give it to Castle. I mean, I don't do like a whole point system.
Yeah.
But I just kind of take a bunch of notes, and then I kind of sit here in my brain and look back and forth as y'all are going and tie it all together. So.
Okay. Well, Abe, it looks like this might be your first round elimination.
It is, I think. Pretty good. Thank you, Castle. That was that was fun.
You did well, and you had me at one point at the beginning with the whole $100 how much you spend on it. I was trying to figure out something, but then I got kind of a groove. But that I will say that at that point I was trying to come up with something because you were stumping me a little. But yeah, you did well.
Yeah, I honestly, I mean, I don't go against the judges, but I would have given this to Abe solidly. He had more control. He stumped you a couple of times, like cold. Like you could just tell that Castle was
stumped
like
each other though quite a few times. I mean, it was like it was like back and forth with that. But
no, I don't think Castle ever stumped Abe. Abe would just.
I thought I
Abe,
had a couple moments.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
that's why it is the way it is. Indian Jesus jumps on and says, "Wish I could have joined tonight. Definitely see y'all next week." Yeah, I hope so, man. Next week, Indian Jesus, just in case you're watching, it will again. I'm gonna pay out $100 to the winner. So come on in, and Abe's gonna be sharpening that axe. I can tell you that.
Yes.
So, but I mean, I honestly, and I think Castle made a fine argument. I think the problem that I had with Castle is that once it went kind of not meta, but a little bit esoteric, where you got away from sports gambling and started talking about how the government, doesn't, or how the government controls our spending and why we don't like that, and why. I think once he had you there, that was the end of it. That's what I thought. Now the judges, obviously, they're free to hear what they hear and pick and choose what they want. But I thought he had you right there.
I would say I felt like I had him at the end. Once he brought children into it, it was like, okay, bingo. You can't hold a bank account till you're an adult, which means the regulation isn't going to stop children from taking their parents' credit cards, and that won't solve anything. So that was But
wasn't the topic
all good?
There should be more regulations on sports gambling. Was
Yes.
that the topic? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I was saying we kind of were like all over the place, but
Right.
Yeah,
but that admission that yes, kids steal their parents' credit cards, that immediately logically implies there's not enough regulation because kids can steal their parents' credit cards and bet on sports.
Well, once a kid turns 15, you can add them. You can give them their own credit card, but it's still going to be on your account.
Sure, but it was just
like that's a nonsensical one.
And well, that's again if even if a kid can have a credit card at 15, 18 is the legal age of betting, and I think in every single state in the union.
I believe
so. That again, that plays to Abe's argument, not Castle's.
Castle said immediately back to that. He said immediately back to that, though. It doesn't basically the regulation doesn't have to be on the side of the gambler. It could also be on the side. There's still a venue for these 13-year-olds to gamble. That could also be regulated as well. We could regulate that in a way where 13-year-olds can have access. That was his response to that. And if you would have said at the end, Castle, I get what you're saying about teaching these kids financial responsibility and impulse control and these things, but it's not mutually exclusive to what you were saying that we need to regulate it. We can do both. We can do what Abe's suggesting. It's just not enough. We also have to do what Castle's suggesting as well. If you would have said that, I would have said you got a steamroll win, but that's why I just said his critiques didn't penetrate because he wasn't offering something that refuted yours. It's something that can work in tandem with it.
Big government, Tyler. Big government.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's just about government with you, Tyler. That's all you want. More government.
Yeah. $4.99 for Thumping Weevil.
When we got so
late,
far
what
in the
did I
weeds,
miss?
we were talking
You
about
missed
that.
Abe taking a very rare L. But it was a complex issue. I think that, and Abe, if I were going to tell you anything, is that I think in your mind you had it distilled down to a very simple, yes or no. I don't think it was, and I think the judge's verdict tonight shows you that even though you thought it was really simple, it really wasn't. So
true.
And honestly, Castle just made it look like a very simple answer. So
thank you, gentlemen.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you,
Tyler. Good to see you again,
Thank
man.
you.
I'm glad to see you're back. And
Yes.
if you're streaming when I'm awake, which you usually aren't, I will jump on your stream.
Awesome. Great. I'm going more full time, just so you know.
Okay.
So I will talk to you all later.
All right. Sounds good, man.
Good seeing you.
Have an awesome night,
bro.
Yep. We'll see you, buddy. So Castle is victorious. That leaves us with Marte and Emmett. So
Some black and white violence.
You're gonna get you with the fried chicken or with a taco. So
actually, it's black and tan violence. And
I'm not tanned. I'm actually just fucking white.
Actually, it's tan on tan violence. You guys are both tan-ish.
it's EBT versus La Migra right here.
That's
EBT versus ice.
Yeah, EBT
right.
versus
What are you guys gonna debate?
Shouldn't it be Marte versus Tyler?
I'll debate Emmett.
Marte versus Tyler.
Tyler's
a judge.
Emmett lost the first one.
Well, we were
Tyler's
just kind of fucking around.
Yeah, we were just playing around.
Yeah, I was just fucking
Oh.
around. I was hoping like I honestly was hoping we'd have like 5 more people come in, right? You know, after the other stuff kind of ended, but they didn't. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care either way. I didn't know. All right, cool.
That's good. All right, so
what do you want to debate, Marte?
Human cloning should not be legal.
Wait, yeah, it shouldn't be legal. What are you talking about?
All drugs should not be legal. Also, how about that?
I'm not a libertarian. Well, yeah, no.
I'm not a libertarian.
But what do you mean? What do you mean by all drugs should not be legal? Exactly.
Like, we shouldn't legalize every drug.
Ah, man.
All people should have the. Well, actually, no. Let me think.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to take a libertarian position. I already did once today, and I feel dirty for doing it.
All people should not have universal basic income.
Oh, you want me to? You want me to take a commie position then? Okay, fine. I'll do that one. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and become my comrade. I'm gonna be the comrade in this discussion. Let's go with that one, Grid. I'll take the yes. We should have universal basic income.
All right, is Weevil coming up? I didn't think we were gonna let anybody up after 10. Hold on, guys, before you get started. My understand, guys, normally we don't let anyone up after 10. It's 10:15, 10:16, something like that.
I mean, it's 8:16 here, so just to be technical, it's not 10 everywhere. So.
Right. Yeah. I'm just, you know, I got to be fair, because I literally just told Indian Jesus he missed it by 16 minutes. I got to be, you know, it's just the way. I'm sorry. So the rules are rules, man. And I mean, I know I made the rules. Yeah, I made the rules, but still. Surf tough or go home. Dano's on it, baby. Dano's got it. Yeah, I have to be consistent in my rules enforcement. I apologize. It's my eye would start twitching if I didn't. So we don't want that.
Green One, can you do me a solid and just ban Steelman from your channel?
Ban Steelman?
The beef runs thick.
Gone.
The beef runs thick. You know what? I would, but he hasn't done anything to get banned yet. But he's I mean, he pushes the envelope, so it's a matter of time. He pushes the envelope. Steelman may cry about it. That's okay. Hey, I told all of these guys it's like 7:00 to be here by 8:00, and then, you know, look, this is a regular thing. You know, rules are rules. Rules are what separate us from the aminals. All right. So do you guys separate? You guys decide on a topic. I apologize. I got distracted.
Yeah.
Universal basic income isn't good for all people. Is good or is not good? Is not good.
That was
for
not
me.
in. That's a
clunky
Let's go with
topic.
universal basic income is good for society. What about that one?
I would say not good for society. Okay, we'll say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Universal basic income is what?
Good for society.
Good for society. I like that. All right. Mods, note that. All right. So once again, guys, I have who is the affirmative?
I am the affirmative. I'm gonna take a commie stance.
You're gonna be a commie today. All right, we got one.
I'm gonna be
commie.
a commie. I'm gonna I need the USSR anthem in the back.
I don't have that. I don't have that soundbite. I do have a soundbite though. Hang on. I got something for you.
Oh no, it's gonna be worse.
There we go. You got a sound bite. All right. 1 minute on the clock. Go right ahead, my friend Emmett.
When we're talking about universal basic income, we're talking about the rights of people. People have universal rights, and we need to protect them and be able to bring them the basic necessities of life so that they can thrive in this society and they can flourish into becoming better people. You know who's not better off? People who are hungry, people who need to be fed, people who need to be clothed. And all of these Christians, nationalists that believe in all of these goodness that come from Christianity, but they're not willing to put their money where their mouth is and actually clothe and fed the poor of the nation, which is where our money needs to go. Thank you.
Well, I mean, Emmett, I wish you the best on this. Universal basic income is problematic because it reduces work incentives. So potentially it shrinks economic productivity. And we could see this by people reliant on the city as far as the government as well, too. The tax base needed to fund this also shrinks it, too. A flat payment ignores diverse needs. That's the other thing. Failing to address systemic inequalities effectively. It also fosters dependency on the state, which we don't need. We already are cutting it off next month. People are pissed because they actually have to go back to work. It undermines personal agency, Emmett. So implementing UBI at a scale is astronomically expensive. So you're going to have to figure out a budget for this when we're already trillions in debt. Diverting these funds from targeted welfare programs might leave vulnerable populations worse off.
All right.
So, Emmett, this is really
hold on. I got to get 5 minutes on the clock. I know you guys are raring to go. All right. So 5 minutes are on the clock. Start talking. I'll start the timer.
So, Emmett, why would I decrease incentive for people to work harder?
Well, you have to demonstrate that they will not work hard. You think people that are well off, they're not well off, don't work hard? What you're doing is a universal claim that's saying that the people of this country, especially the poor one, are not actually pulling their weight, and that kind of claim is asinine. In fact, it's completely contrary to what Christianity expects of you. You are willing to
care about
give
the Christian
them
ethos.
grace. Yeah, I do care about. I am a Christian and I believe about it, and
Good
I
luck. How's
care
that going
about
for you?
how it is.
So, Emmett, UBI claims to provide financial security. In your argument, when you're talking about freeing people from to pursue education, entrepreneurship, and creative work without fear of poverty, if you take away this fear, guess what happens? There's no incentive. However, giving everybody a fixed income, regardless of effort, reduces motivation.
In order to give them opportunity,
This reduces motivation to work.
The back way.
So potentially this stagnates economic productivity. Can you tell me how it promotes productivity if everybody gets the same? So the paradox that I'm telling you,
because people can actually do things they're passionate about, and they can go ahead and put their life work into something they believe to be true.
This is the paradox.
Instead of this kind of system in which we are oppressed directly by the upper class that only think of us, of you and me, for example, of people that are less off. They think that we don't have any kind of agency. We don't work hard at all. That's what they think of us. And
Emmett, you said think and feel, so that's already an L right now. So the paradox lies in the UBI's goal to liberate human potential while risking complacency. So hold on, it risks complacency in some, undermining the very dynamic needs we need for this economic system to foster. You're robbing people of the opportunity to fail, which incentivizes people to succeed and climb the labor.
The opportunity to fail. You just want them to be cogs in a machine where they don't have any wiggle room to actually even
We have too many cogs. We have too many cogs the opposite way too. So also you have a funding paradox too. UBI requires massive funding. It often proposes through taxes, wealth, on automation. So it's driven profits. So if UBI incentivizes people for work,
working right now? How much is the
a big problem.
How big is the debt right now? The debt is so bloated and
You're
it's so
going
bad
to
at
bloat
this
it even
point,
more
it's going to be worse. Yeah. But the reality of the situation that we live on is that we're already there. We're already in this kind of system that you like, and this kind of system that you like.
You're inflating this even more when you do this. That's
this
great.
Kind of system that you like in reality right now is putting us in a spiral debt anyway. So instead of doing it for the rich, for the 1%, which is the ones that are getting
rich, can you answer the paradox before?
We can actually do it for everybody.
Can you answer the paradox before how it incentivizes people to work harder?
It incentivizes people to work harder because they have the freedom to actually go ahead and do what they need to do so that they can have a fulfilling life instead of being a cog in a machine. Instead,
So people on
being a
EBC right
cog in a
now, as far as the
machine.
black community, are not incentivized to get off. We're seeing a demonstration of that when we're putting it off. So we have people.
I don't want to talk badly about the black.
Now
I don't want to talk
because
badly
they're getting
about the
cut off.
black
How is
people,
there-
but the
are
black
they
people have a
incentivized to work harder?
problem. I don't want to talk badly about the black people, but the black people have a
I
problem
will.
with IQ.
Good. I will do
They
this.
have a problem
We're
with
getting
that.
cut off right now, and they're threatening to
This is why
rob
we're not
stores
watching
right
the same
now.
thing happen in the white communities because our IQ is higher. So the problem
Right,
is in
so
fact that their
that-
IQ is lower.
That
That has
strengthens
nothing
my
to do
argument
with this.
even more. You have the black community having a form of this through food stamps that they're getting cut off and they're threatening to riot and take out shoplifting from stores. We're seeing the evidence of people that don't want to work hard. They're doing robberies and all this, threatening this on TikTok as a result. When you take people
Yeah, but
off,
that has nothing
these
to
are
do
people
with
that weren't
universal
incentivized to
basic
work hard.
income. And that has to do with the lack of enforcement of law. You're just making those kind of claims, but it has nothing
That
to do
has
with the
nothing to
actual
do with,
universal
with this
basic
whole
income.
thing.
Yeah, it's a non sequitur
They're
on
not
your end. I
incentivized to
agree.
work,
It has
just
nothing
like
to
that
do. Good
demonstration
job.
alone on TikTok. Yeah, so here's the thing, though. You also have another paradox. So you're arguing it's needed to cushion job losses, maybe for automation. You can even argue this. But if automation drives widespread unemployment, the economic surplus needed to fund this could shrink. You're also causing problems. Fewer workers means less tax revenue.
Why would it shrink? The output from automation
Fewer
would
workers.
be higher. We have way more output, not less output. So we were able to
So-
fund
so hold
more
on.
of it, not
here's
less.
Here's my argument. So if automation boosts productivity to fund UBI, it might create new jobs, reduce the need for UBI. The paradox is, so here's my paradox. The
I don't
paradox is that
want
UBI's
people-
justification relies on the automation's impact. This could either
We want
undermine
people
or
to
eliminate
find
the
fulfilling
necessity.
jobs.
Thank you.
We want people to be able to get fulfilling jobs that they actually enjoy instead of being a cog in a machine. That's what you're not understanding.
You're more of a cog if you're equal as everybody else. We see this right now on food stamps and other programs.
So you
where
don't
we're
want
thinking
equality.
that
You just want to be the best. Yeah, you just want to be the best.
Time's up.
I hate
guys.
myself. I want to
Time's
go
up. I
take
know
a
you
bath
guys
right
are-
now.
competition when you make everything equal. Good luck.
I know you guys are really excited about this, but time was up. All right, I'm going to go to Tyler first this time.
Well, I was just telling Cleaner this in DMs. I don't know if he saw it yet, but I generally vote for the affirmative like 80% of the time because I don't feel like the negative makes a solid enough argument toward the core argument to actually critique. What was being made here was actually a core undercutting argument, and what you want would ruin the equation we have for incentivizing people to work. And I don't think I heard that addressed. I heard it kind of hand waved away, but I never heard anything like counter it in a good enough way for me to say that valid and strong critique was actually rebutted. I rarely give it to the negative. I am an affirmative loving judge, but I'm giving it to Marte here.
All right. Cleaner?
You're muted, Cleaner, for some reason.
It was tit for tat for some of it, but the openings were all right. I think Marte had a little bit stronger opening. I had him at 4 points for the opening, Emmett at 3. During the arguments and refutations, Marte had a little more evidence for what he was putting out in his arguments, his claims, and he also had some impact in what he was saying. Emmett had a little bit less as far as evidence. I think that's because he doesn't believe in this position.
Yeah, you could tell. You're out of your wheel well, you could really tell. You were making good
Yeah.
points.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got to give it to Marte on this one.
I don't think there's any evidence for the opposite side anyway. I was just going for the
Well,
feelings.
it's more for the small parts. When he was talking about the poor and then started going to people on welfare, you should have said that's an anecdote. Most poor people aren't on welfare. Most poor people are just young people that don't have skills and experience, the exact people we want to have these funds so they can grow and prosper.
Can we let Agrillipus give his argument or his decision?
Well, first off, I got to say, Emmett, you got to fix your mic, man, because the louder you
you were
talk, the more
peaking
it
really bad.
crackled. So I couldn't understand a lot of what you were saying, but I like in reverse, I could hear what Marte was saying, even though y'all were talking. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I'm telling you how it is. But aside from that, yeah, I mean, it was kind of like the topic too, because you don't believe it. I don't like you. I know you don't believe it. It was kind of harder for you to prove, and Marte, it was a little bit easier for him to, I won't say prove, but like have the better argument against it. So I got to give it to Marte too. But I think it was a very difficult topic for Emmett to discuss and go for the positive, because I know that's not what he like kind of really thinks should happen. So
At all.
So it's kind of tough to argue the opposite side of what you believe, and I think he did pretty good though.
Well,
I say less than
yeah,
more.
I don't even agree with Tyler when he says, "Well, it's just for the young and experienced." Because I agree with Marte. It's like the young and experienced are the ones that have had they need the opportunity to fail, and the way that you do it is because you're young and experienced, and they need to be able to go on and take risk and have a little bit of leeway in the way of it doesn't matter if you fail at this point in your life. So
I would say
yeah.
I would say you eliminate, just real quick, if I can offer one thing, I won't be long. If you eliminate the opportunity to fail, you take away incentives for everybody to improve. And I think that when we have a universal thing, it eliminates a lot of fear. And I think that if people don't work on their stress tolerance level or the fear tolerance level for many of the stuff, you're also eliminating the competitive environment too. If everybody is given everything else, I understand that nobody can fail, but it's like we also need to have a competitive environment. So this bolsters that for success, so that way price is lower when things are more competitive and we create a better economic stability. Yeah.
All right. Well, Emmett, go fix your audio, man.
I've been yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I need to work on it, and that is the whole
Yeah, he
point.
did say that.
All right.
So
yeah, the
I've
bird ASMR, I'm disappointed because I didn't hear in the background, so I didn't feel I'm more depressed because of the lack thereof. So
there you go.
I think it's gonna be this Sunday. I'm just gonna do a bird stream. He's gonna put a camera in front of this, and he's gonna put the microphone. It's gonna be just a bird stream. You can.
I can hear the fried chicken. Yeah, I'm bringing my Louisiana hot sauce to your stream and some great drink and watermelon.
Hell yeah, Emmett, do it.
Delicious.
Man. That's cool as hell.
W Emmett. Yes.
Fucking liquid Lucifer.
There you go. All right. So
Yeah,
now we're
please.
down to Marte and Castle. Easy enough. Everybody go to the back. We're going to get you guys going here, and we're going to get out of here early tonight. How about that? That never happens for me. I don't know why. Tyler, why are you still here? All right. Yeah, it really never happens that we get out of here even on time, let alone a little bit. I did start early though, like a lot. What are we debating, gentlemen?
I'm against human cloning. Why human cloning's bad?
Okay, that one I don't really have a strong opinion against, but I would also assume that's bad off the top of my head there.
Okay, why countries should be isolationist? Maybe, I don't know.
Why countries should be isolationist? Okay.
Or
why the U.S. should be
tried as adults? How about that? Juveniles should be tried and tried as an adult.
No, I kind of agree with that. I'd rather do the isolationist one. I feel like that one we probably have a differing opinion on. I'm assuming you're pro isolationist.
I'll take that side.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, 1 minute is on the clock. Who is the affirmative that we should be that, or I'm assuming that we're talking about the United States. So, who is the pro and who is against isolationist?
I'm pro isolationist.
You're pro?
Yeah.
And you're against?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Marte, you will start. You get 1 minute on the clock. Just start talking.
I think that countries should be isolationist right now. We can see that example right now happening in the UK as Muslims are starting to pour in right now. They're also warping culture, tradition, everything else. London in the UK is not going to be the UK that we see, in the future. So this also creates other issues. So anti-isolation promotes global cooperation through trade alliances. And we're talking about international agreements to enhance a country's prosperity and security. Look at the UK. Look at right now. We're fighting immigration right now. So if we're talking about a globalist system, the paradox is that pursuing global influence to strengthen a nation can erode its autonomy. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, you had 20 seconds left. That's pretty good. All right, Castle, just whenever you're ready, man.
Cool. Yeah. So I think that isolationism is something that a lot of nationals feel like is a good idea because it kind of promotes the economic well-being of the people inside the country. But if you look at any country that's isolationist, I mean, you can look no further than North Korea. They're a pretty isolationist country, and they're doing terribly. But there are more examples out there in the world that are pretty isolationist, and all of them are pretty tough countries that you would want to live in, and a lot of them emigrate out of them to live in countries like the U.S. Even a lot of refugees, people complain about refugees coming in, but a lot of refugees that come into the U.S. or places in the West, they also feel very strongly against the countries they came from and don't want other people coming into the country necessarily. So I don't think the refugees are necessarily a bad thing either. There's a lot more to isolationism than just refugees either. But yeah, I'll leave it at that.
All right, so let's get 5 minutes on the clock. You guys, I want a nice, clean fight, and let's make some stuff happen. Ready? Just start talking.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. You've already kind of almost borderline conceded your argument, saying, I don't think. So whenever you say, I don't think, when you're talking about refugees aren't always bad, I'm just like, oh, you just left so many holes in your argument. So you're talking about this. So engaging in other nations through diplomacy and alliances is often seen into your argument as a way to promote peace. You'd agree with this, right? However, these engagements can draw countries into foreign disputes and obligate them into intervening crises that they don't directly serve their interests. Like case in point, Israel right now, risking the entanglement of wars. If we never had this happen, we would never have a war with Israel. We would never have a war with Ukraine. So the paradox that I'll tell you right now, and the other issue you're going to have to deal with, is global engagement for peace can lead to conflict that we see. I can demonstrate Israel. I can demonstrate Ukraine. Now we have to lose money. We're losing funding every single year because of this. We're losing money at the border because we're having to bolster ISIS right now because of this. All of these problems are undermined by the fact that you have national interests that we have that are conflicting your argument.
So who do you think has the greatest economy in the world right now?
I would say the U.S. has one of them.
I would say the U.S. is the greatest economy in the world. It has been for the last 100 years, in fact, and that's because of not even partly, it's because we're not isolationists. You can look at any economy really that's been growing. Not many isolationists out there. I can't even think of one in the top 5 or 10 or even 20 of GDP right now that's growing as an economy that's isolationist. And that's basically the foundation of how a country is able to grow and become successful. So if you're talking about isolationism, you'd have to really give me a country, any country out there in the world, because the U.S. certainly is an isolationist, even under Donald Trump. That is isolationist. That kind of proves the point, because I can't think of any.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, though. To counter your point, the openness to golden trade, and I'll even offer you olive branch, the openness to global trade in your argument and investment is argued, I would say, to bolster economic growth on your point and accessing markets and resources. Yet, here's the problem, though. Interdependence make countries vulnerable to global economic shocks, supply chain disruptions, which we're having, or exploitation by more powerful economies that we have, or at least underlings. The paradox or the issue that you're going to have is that economic benefits of global engagement comes with increasing exposure to external risks that can destabilize the economy, i.e. the problems that we're having right now with China, other problems. Also, when we're doing tariffs, it's also slowing down issues and ruining businesses with our country. If we can provide people that make these organic things or even structures, communities, so we don't have to rely on other countries, we don't also have to do tariffs. We can become more independent, and also the country will also save more money instead of becoming exposed to all these weaknesses that it promotes.
But we can save our own money. We make the most money of any country in the world. But my question goes back to name any country that's isolationist, that isn't involved in these trade deals, that is ahead of us by any measure. I can't think of one.
If you're talking about an exception to the rule, like that's a bad argument.
Well, it's not one exception. It's
China. We can't talk about
300 countries out there, or 200 countries out there. There's got to be one you can name that's doing better than us. Or even any country was.
So you're also pleading to an exception to the rule. We can also be the top dog. The only reason why is because we're the military powerhouse of the country.
Name one country that's isolationist that's doing better than Australia or the UK.
Yeah, so you're making an argument as to who's doing better than the U.S. I think it's a fallacious argument.
No,
because
it's not just the U.S. It's more than the U.S. Any Western country. Name any Western country that's being outdone or being outgrowthed by an isolationist country.
Any? Well, because we're the big man on the block. We're isolationists, which proves my point, actually. There isn't any. there isn't any beating us. So we're isolationists already. And we're not only are we winning right now by proving my whole point,
but we're
we can
involved
also
with these
back
wars.
off.
You said we're arming Israel. We're involved in the
We
Middle
are.
East. We're trading with countries. So we're not isolated.
And how's that going for us? Do you think that we can sustain this any longer? Do you think that's helping us out? It's probably one of the biggest complaints that Americans have is our wasting money on Israel and foreign wars. Actually, that creates such a complaint
Israel's
that it's
paying our defense
it's a
industry
national
to go home
crisis
at night
that we
and
have.
get six-figure salaries. They're basically the reason why people have
Yeah,
jobs.
so you think the Jays, this is a problem though for you. The reason why it's a problem though is because it encourages. So also, we also have a cultural exchange issue right now when we're involved with Israel just bleeding money into their economy and also throwing money. Do you think, matter of fact, I'll ask you a question. Do you think it's good that we support this war in Ukraine? Do you think that we should?
I think.
What
oh
in
my
the
God.
world happened there?
Israel just nuked them.
And just giving the money yearly, just
Sorry
dumping
about that. Hey, Marte,
Sorry,
you
cut
dropped
off a
off
little.
for a second. So
Oh, what do you mean, my mic or?
no,
you
you
just
like
disappeared.
popped backstage, like you were there and then you weren't.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I think I got part of your argument though about funding Israel, like being involved with Israel. But if you want to expand more on that, I'll give you the time back just to finish your point.
Yeah. So do you think that we should maintain this extra I would say marital relationship with Israel? Do you think that we should have this relationship where we're bleeding funds in Israel and Ukraine? Do you think that's good and beneficial for the US to be involved in that?
Well, I don't think it's really. I think it's kind of a non sequitur to your argument about being isolationist. I don't really support Israel in that way.
It's not a non sequitur because I can tell you that we're associated with that
it's not
country.
just Israel. It's not just Israel that we're involved with anyway. That there's multiple. I mean, we have bases in Somalia. We have bases in South Korea. Like we're involved everywhere in the world. So even if you took Israel
How's that
away
going
and
for
the
us?
money that we're giving Israel, which is like I think only $3 billion. Which is like pennies compared to what we are giving to other countries. I mean, we're giving Argentina $20 billion right now.
We don't give them money. We give them munitions.
So I
we give them everything else. And not to mention this, but we can also have proxy people in here too that are infiltrating our government. When we fund wars, we also fund, I would say, groups like the Taliban, things like this, bolstered by that because we supported other countries. Now we created other groups that have infiltrated. We have 9/11, possibly because we funded other groups out there. So if we pull back, stop associating with these other countries, we can also bolster immigration.
Castle should get a rebuttal because he just went on.
Yeah, Marte, I'm sorry,
That's
man.
fine.
You I wanted you to finish, but you can't go too far. Go ahead, Castle.
Well, I just saw it. I didn't really have one ready because I saw it was coming to it. But
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll just keep it where I ended. I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. Cleaner.
When Marte gave his opening, he had claim, evidence, and an impact that was within the proposition. And so he got a full 4 score. Castle didn't have an impact in his opening statement so that it could resonate with people. So he got 3 points for his opening. During the meat and potatoes of it, it was tit for tat right up until the end. I think both of you held fairly decent control of the conversation. There wasn't a ton of talking over, a little bit here and there, but I think overall Marte's opening really just killed it. It nailed it because y'all were tit for tat for the most part through the rest of the meat and potatoes of it.
Okay, Tyler.
As the internet version of Israel's Iron Dome and the biggest interventionist that this debate platform has ever seen, Castle, we got to have a little bit of a conversation here, man. You left a lot of good points on the table, unfortunately. There's a lot of things like global hegemony from the United States has given us the safest world, how trade promotes our economy to a certain point, and global hegemony oversees that trade is free, regulated, and safe for consumers to go out, raising consumer confidence in our economy, blah, blah, blah. There's 100 arguments you could have made. Grid and I did this debate. Andrew hosted it for like 2.5 hours, but what, a year and a half ago? There's a lot of good points you left on the table. I just don't feel like you offered enough to really smack him down. I have to go. And as much as it pains me to side with the anti-Israel isolationist, I have to say his argument was better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Agrillipus?
Yeah, I was going to go the same way with Marte. He brought a lot of pretty good talking points, and I think Castle could have refuted a lot of them. But he kind of didn't. I mean, if I was coming at this with like as a complete dummy, But like Tyler said, I've heard a lot of this stuff kind of before, but I'm trying not to go with that. I'm trying to go with what I heard during this, and Marte got it.
Okay.
Yep.
From my point of view, I agree. I agree with everybody. I think Castle, you had good starting points. You just didn't quite get there. Marte's rhetoric was better. He had some things that he missed a lot as well. Now, granted, the debate that Tyler and I had on isolationism was a 2-hour debate, and it was moderated. And the best thing about what Tyler leaves off is that he ended up agreeing with me on most points, which is why he lost that debate. And otherwise, his research is great. So
That's quite the retelling.
Well, I gotta say though, I do agree with a lot of what Castle was saying too. I mean, it's just the kind of
yeah. But yeah, I mean, both. Honestly, not a lot of fault there. I mean, you guys both did very well. Castle, you had. If I were going to give you an actual critique, you are very calm, and you speak in a very almost not quite monotone, but very close to monotone voice. And if you could a little bit more emphasis on some points might have helped. From my point of view, I don't know if the judges feel the same way, but from my point of view, sometimes you make a great point that gets just kind of lost in the sauce because it's not punctuated, it's not pumped up or whatever. It's just it just kind of just gets lost in the conversation. So
that would be I think Tyler was saying too, like even in the first debate against Abe, which I guess I had better points in, but I do like to let people speak, and then it just seems like I get pushed around or bullied in the conversation, but it's just because I don't want to cut them off and like ruin the debate. But at the same time, it does help the debate tactics to win a debate at the same time. So it's kind of like a catch-22 for me. But
sure,
yeah, definitely one of my faults, I think, in these debates. I gotta get more at people.
I will say, out of everybody I've seen on here in the last 4 months I've been on here, Marte is one of the best at finding the jugular of an argument. Like you see a lot of people throw shit at the wall and in mid-debate find an argument that sticks. Like it seems like right out the gates, you know exactly where you have to attack to really hit one of the foundational pillars of the argument, and you hone in on it, and it's like a pit bull. No racial comments intended.
Well, that's the thing, though. Being Andrew Wilson's best friend, you kind of pick up habits. But here's the thing, Cassell, I'll tell you this, is that I love debating you, actually. Here's the reason why, is because I actually would push back against that. So when you do give a break and let me talk, you also have to realize that when you let people talk, you're giving them enough rope to see holes and to let them hang themselves. Because here's the thing, while the opponent is destroying themselves, would you stop them? So also consider this as well, too. You did a pretty good job. I loved the discourse with you, man. Good job.
Thanks.
I think
you as well.
I think really and truly the thing that could have helped you in this one, Castle, is having I give you this argument component breakdown a lot of the times where you have evidence, like you have a claim to start, evidence, and then an impact, right? And the reason that I say this is because typically whenever we see people who have swayed the most people over to their belief or their understanding or their side of the debate, it's because they have a claim they're making, they have some evidence that backs it up, but they also have an impact that affects the people. I think if you could add an impact into this argument that would affect the people, that would actually strengthen it quite a bit, really.
If I could say one last thing, Tyler actually hit the nail on the hegemony shit is that's shit I would have actually had to dance around that and probably had to deflect. That's damn near hard to even defeat. Tyler's dead on the money. I was hoping you didn't bring that up because I knew that. That's why I kept the topic on externalities. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good point too of why like interjecting a little, because I can't fit as many points in, and that there are things that Tyler said or you said about hegemony or like Israel. It's like I can talk about that, but it's like, you know, off my main point that I have to go on another diatribe, and it's like I don't know if I can fit that in. So that's where I hesitate. But good points like all around. Like definitely feel like you won the argument there.
Can I just say one thing too before we go? So
Yeah.
obviously sometimes saying less is saying more. That's great. But what you got to understand, Castle, is here on the internet world, like people overtalk each other all the time, especially when it comes to these blood sport debates. You just got to be less, I'm not going to say like scared, but less like feeling bad-ish if you jump in and interrupt him because you have a good point to throw at him. So don't feel so bad like if like he's talking and you already have a refutation, because this is blood sport. It goes so quickly, you have to jump in there when you can, or just jump in there and even if you overtalk him just a little bit, you might come out with a better argument also. So, but there again, like Marte was saying, sometimes saying less is saying more, and other people can just bury themselves too. That can happen. So,
yeah, it's hard to take notes in speed debates, but I will typically try to take notes whenever I'm arguing with somebody who argues like Marte, where he's got like a line that he goes down, so that I can slowly and methodically destroy the entire line one bit at a time also. And sometimes you don't have to go through and be methodical with a whole line that they've presented you with. Sometimes you can just go to the base of it and say, yeah, but at the root, this, and that's why. And society sees that, here's the impact, you know? And then it's like everything else is just gone. And people are like, oh, wow, he just wasted 10 minutes with that.
yeah, I kind of web my stuff together depending on what they each say and bounce it with kind of
also
webs and lines. So
one thing I'll say is your recall's better, the better listener you are. I'll just leave it at that.
True.
I want to take on that human cloning thing, but probably not tonight. Probably like in 2 weeks.
We'll do that next week. Write that down. We'll write that down, and we'll do it next week on
what is it?
Friday.
Is cloning good for society or something? What was that?
Cloning is not good for society.
Cloning is not good.
Cloning humans. Yeah.
Yeah, cloning humans is a bad idea.
We'd never have an organ donor list again.
Because Tyler, I was just going to say that because you can clone hearts, so that way other people can get this. So and I'll actually go for the anti and actually debate you next week if we need to.
Yeah,
Tyler, I'd actually like to debate you because actually you had really good points, and I'm like, oh shit, I love a challenge. So Tyler, it's game on next week. If you a grid, can you make him not a judge for one time so that way I can debate him?
Yeah, we can make it work. I mean, we could have done it tonight. It's just we're ending on time. That's great because I'm tired, and we're this works out really good. Marte, you need to send me like your Cash App or however you take money, and we'll get you taken care of. And everyone else, I really appreciate you for coming out. It's been a great show. I'm going to raid you over to Rob Knorr, who is being Rob Knorr right now, and I really appreciate everyone again coming out, having a great time. This is awesome. I don't normally get to bed quite this early, but
Greg, can I ask you one question? Will this be on your channel so I can copy it directly from your stream?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that. Also, Tyler, next week I'm going to be telling you like 5 more minutes until we're friends again because you're going to be the worst person on the earth for 5 minutes. So.
Oh no, we're fine. I'm very polite. There's also we do 1 hours on Gibbs channel DCS. We do like
Abe
1 hour
talks.
too.
Yeah.
So
Abe talks as well. I should probably raid Abe. Let me see if I can raid Abe instead.
Rob's got like 400 and something. He's good. Abe's got,
he is good.
14.
Yeah.
So maybe
I'll hit you up on Discord. We'll figure something out quick.
Let me
sounds good, Tyler.
Abe. Yeah, I'll support Abe. You guys should all support Abe.
Yeah, go over there and hit that like button.
So let me see. Why is it not showing up?
Also, my wife and I are coming to DebateCon, and we're still looking for somebody. Rob and I couldn't find a topic to debate.
Yeah, I think we're going to have I'm going to have Enemy Charlie and Tomfoolery. And I think between those two, we should be able to get something going for so and maybe you and honestly, I know you're not going to like this, but it might be you and Fabian Liberty again.
Oh, I like Scott. I got a DCS. We're in the finals for Gibbs's debate thing, and he and I are going head to head on public schools. So
yeah,
constantly warming that argument up.
Tyler, with all this talk, I'm really looking forward to debating you, man.
Hey, I do my thing.
I'm like, I hope you're really good because I want to get crushed so that way I can learn more because it's not a lose,
On like 5 subjects, if it has to be one of my major subjects, like Israel, interventionism, something like that. Like if you get me on something I don't know much about, I could put a doc together for it, but I'm very research dependent.
All right, yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to raid. We're going to raid into Abe Dinkus. He is actually currently watching, he's on VK right now. So go watch him. Hopefully he'll clean up over there. That'll be great. And in the meantime, guys, as always, be cool. Wear the glasses if you need them because they're important. I mean, these are just readers, but other people have real glasses, not like me. And everybody just, go stand on his lawn. We'll see you guys